We're here doing it live. This is a, what was it, Tuesday? Tuesday edition. Graveyard Shift, the fantasy football show. Phone calls, Q&A, super chats. We're doing some voicemails. We even have a voicemail from Denny. You remember Denny? He left me a voicemail. I'm going to play it. The fantasy football show. Yeah, it begins right now.
You are about to enter the fantasy football show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. Smitty is live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. You are about to enter the fantasy football show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. You are about to enter the fantasy football show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. You are about to enter the fantasy football show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al...
Live from the fantasyfootballshow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Other Smitty. Just wondering, I got Mostert, and if I should drop Mostert to pick up Jeff Wilson Jr. I don't really have anybody else I can drop.
Drop Mostert to pick up Jeff Wilson Jr. Well, considering Mostert just got replaced by Jeff Wilson, I'm going to say Smitty approved. But, cuffing both of them together isn't a bad idea either. But I would lean toward the Wilson side. They're excited about him. They traded for him. Jeff Wilson Jr., to me, is the better player go forward than Mostert. Mostert essentially lost his job on Sunday, or at least half of the work. And Wilson looked hungry. Wilson looked ready to go. So that's an easy peasy question. We got a voice message from Denny. Let's play this bad boy. I can't tell you what this is gonna say. So bear with me here. This could be old too. This might be old. Let's see, Denny.
Smitty, you're killing me. In 1 week, I'm 5-1 in this league, right? And then 3 starting quarterbacks that I have.
5-1. This is old. Is it week 6?
Johnson wins. Oh, he's hurt.
Oh, he's hurt.
Oh, that's okay. I got It's a super flex, by the way, and that's fine.
That's fine. It's fine.
Cousins. Oh, he's in the buy. He's in the
Okay, that's old. Let's see. This one's new from Denny.
top dog.
Top dog, he said. Top dog. Bunch of silence. I don't know. Denny's leaving me a voice message. Okay, this one's from Victor. Victor.
5'4" in one league. I have Joe Burrow. What's up, Smitty? Victor here.
What's up, Victor?
I'm 5'4" in one league.
5
I
and
have
4.
Joe Burrow, Travis Etienne, Kenneth Walker, Jonathan Taylor, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, and Terry McLaurin, but I don't have any good tight ends. I have Dalton Schultz and Taysom Hill. Do you think I should trade Jonathan Taylor and Dalton Schultz for Mark Andrews?
Dalton Schultz and Jonathan Taylor for Mark Andrews. Punch it. We've been talking about it all week. It's a safer move. Like, I understand JT. I get it. Everybody wants to hold out hope, and I do too. And to an extent, I do hold out hope, but not at the cost of an Andrews. You know, Andrews he's hurt too, but I think far less worried about him being shut down for the year unless something happens. I mean, anything can happen. He could tear the shoulder. You know, make things could get worse for him like that. But I'm trading all day long. I'm trading JT for Mark Andrews. Dalton Schultz is a lot to give up. I get it. But he hasn't exactly stepped up. He's been hurt all year. He's coming back, so Andrews isn't a bad player go forward if you're in a bind or you've had him all year and you're kind of shaky at tight end now. I'm okay with that. Buy low on Najee, probably not, Scotty. I mean, depends on what you're talking like bench, guys on your bench, sure. But using starters or replacing guys, doing like a 1-for-2 in Najee, and you get another player that's not as good as the one player you're giving up, absolutely not. I'm not inquiring about Najee at all, unless I'm getting him absolutely free. And I know that sounds crazy, but people are throwing him into deals. I'll take him and then try and flip him, but I'm not interested in Najee Harris at all. Let's see. This voice message is from I believe B-Men.
Is Isaiah Pacheco droppable for, say, someone like Brandon Cooks?
Pacheco, Cooks, I could go either way. It just depends on what your objective is. If you want to hold and stash, Pacheco's still got some hidden value. It's not coming out anytime soon. He's kind of like a turtle in a shell, hiding from everything. I don't know if that turtle's ever going to pop his head out, to be honest with you. But if he does, he'll be good. If he doesn't, if the Chiefs don't lean on him, they don't lean on him. I mean, it's a great scenario, but the Chiefs never fully commit to one running back, it seems. They just keep rotating these guys. Clyde started off hot, tons of touchdowns. If Clyde was dropped and I had a scrub wide receiver that I'm never going to use, I'd probably pick up Clyde. If Pacheco's sitting there and I have the same scenario, rather than stash a wide receiver I don't need that I'm never going to use, I'm probably picking up Pacheco and holding him. I'm most certainly picking up Herbert over those guys and holding them. I'm most certainly picking up Rachaad White over all those guys and holding them in that pecking order. This one's from B-Man as well. I don't think that message is playing. I don't know why that's not playing. Okay, B-Man, I'm sorry about that. I tried to play your second message. It would not play. This one's from the Bruce.
Hey, Smitty, what is Najee Harris's fantasy value in Dynasty? Because I had a trade offer for JT and him for Jamar Chase, so I didn't know if I should take it or not.
This is a tough one. We're diving into Dynasty territory here. JT and Najee for Jamar Chase. I would rather have Jamar Chase than JT and Najee. Not that I don't feel like JT is still first round worthy in Dynasty, because I believe he probably is. But when we look at the situation, and we sit there and say to ourselves, okay, do you draft? Let's see. Someone's saying there's Josh Allen news. Let me pull up. Let me pull up Twitter. Let me pull up the tweeter. And see if there's anything on Josh Allen that I find credible. Because there's beat writers speculating and all that, but I don't see anything new that is, I believe, anything than someone's speculation when they're writing up something, Like, oh, well, there's a scenario where he could be out. I don't see anything that's new that's cemented in. So I don't see anything that I find credible. And that I don't think is a beat writer trying to make waves and get clicks. Let me see here. I'm scrolling through all the news. I don't see it, bro. I don't see anything new on Josh Allen that I feel is credible. Okay, so we'll open the phone lines in a minute. As for anybody trading for, what was it that we were talking about? What was the voice message? The Bruce. He was.
Hey, Smitty, what is Najee?
Oh, so dynasty wise, it comes down to this. Like JT's a first rounder, but Chase I take above JT in a dynasty draft. I do. He's top 4, top 5. Jamar Chase. JT's still first rounder, but is he falling below the Walkers and a handful of players? You know, obviously he's going to fall below JJ. Some would say that they'd rather have the 1.1 rookie pick than JT, and I don't blame anybody because I think Robinson's going to be that good. I would rather have Bijan Robinson than JT. But the problem lies is, when do we become overreactive based on 2022 and not look at dynasty properly? I think JT is a concern going forward, but we can't sit here and say that that there's any kind of like long-term threat here. JT's still young. Yeah, guys, there might be another person creating videos out there, but that's people speculating. There's no concrete evidence whatsoever. There are people out there speculating on what a worst case scenario could be. So I don't really look at other people's videos, to be honest, because unless they're coming off a report, which I see, I've got my own interpretation. If Schefter comes out and says Josh Allen's out this long, or there's some kind of detailed report about it, I'll have my own interpretation on that. I don't need someone else's video. So to be honest with you, I don't really care about someone else's video. But I will say that there's concern. There's concern, right? If they're looking at it, they're still trying to figure out what they want to do. There's concern. Would I still buy this guy, Josh Allen? Absolutely. Do I think there's risk? Absolutely. Rappaport, I'll go to Rappaport right now and see if he's got anything on Josh Allen. TM, where is it at? I'm not seeing it. Maybe there was some kind of interview he did, but he's not tweeting anything out. He might have been asked, hey, what do you think about this? They're giving second opinions. Blah, blah, blah. Until I have concrete information that I can dissect, I'm not gonna worry about it right now. I mean, we're concerned, absolutely. But am I selling Josh Allen off of a bunch of people trying to create some waves? Once we have concrete information, we can adjust and adapt. I'd still buy him. Even if he was going to miss 1 or 2 games, I'd still buy him. Should I hold on to or drop Knox for Kmet? Hold on to or drop Knox for Kmet. I would rather have Knox, I think. That's tough. Aside from last week, what has Kmet even done? Because people are so reactive to one game. What did he do the week prior? I would say, yeah, I mean, he had a touchdown, but he had 11 yards. 32 yards, 15 yards. He's been okay. I think Kmet's probably safer at this point. Knox is higher risk, higher reward. If, let's say, something came down to where Josh Allen was out for a couple weeks or something, then Knox would definitely plummet below Kmet. And it's not like Knox has been consistent at all, but he has had touchdowns as well. Him and Kmet are about the same. I mean, Knox has had back-to-back games with a touchdown walking into this week. And this week, in week 9, this past week, he only had 25 yards, but he had a touchdown the week prior. They had a bye week, and he had a touchdown the week prior to that. Yeah. All right, so hit me with your questions. Let's roll. Let's roll. What about a one-sided trade, big drop? What are you talking about? Yeah, there's nothing new with the Josh Allen stuff, guys. Again, there's videos out there. I don't care about them. I don't care about other YouTubers that are creating content. Like, there's information I'm going to dissect, and I'll do it my way. But honestly, we already knew about. There could be a slight tear. That's nothing new. There could be a slight tear in that nerve that goes and travels down the arm. That goes like right in this area. And they're looking into it, but you can still play with that slight tear. Dameon Pierce or Michael Carter, Zeke or Debo? Would you do Dameon Pierce for Michael Carter, Zeke, and Debo? That's a close one, bro. That's a real close one. Dameon Pierce for Michael Carter, Zeke, and Debo. I think if you need a wide receiver, the Debo side's fine. If you need a running back, the Pierce side's fine. I could Smitty approve either one of those. Okay, I sent you a voice message. Thank you, Nady. Appreciate you. I'm adding Antonio Gibson. Okay. Who should I trade for at running back? My running backs are Foreman, Gordon, Pacheco, and Harris. Who should I trade for at running back? You're not going to get anything for those running backs, bro, unfortunately. Maybe Foreman. You couple Foreman with maybe another wide receiver, and maybe you get a tiny, tiny upgrade. It's not going to be much, bro. It's not going to be much at all. Those running backs aren't tradable. Best buy low wide receiver right now, if I had to say, best buy low wide receiver in fantasy football, probably going to be Amon-Ra St. Brown, probably DK Metcalf. Nobody in the top, I don't know. Nobody in the top 5, 6, 7, 8 wide receivers is a good buy low. I mean, maybe Jamar Chase because people are worried. Maybe they can't wait on him even through the bye week, and then the uncertainty. Trading for injured players is definitely a risk. Evans, I suppose Evans is a good buy low. But St. Brown, DK, Chris Olave, Gabe Davis, those are my top go-get wide receivers. Go forward. We got a new YouTube exclusive member. Who we got? Go BMX. To the moon, pal.
To the moon.
Glad to have you on the YouTube exclusive membership. If you want to be a YouTube exclusive member, let me drop this link and we will pin the link right now. 5, 4, 3, 2. Here it is. Dropped and pinned below. All right. Let's go to the voice. I think we got a couple more voice messages. Hold on. The Bruce.
Oh, I have Kenneth Walker in my backfield, so I'd have
Jason became a YouTube exclusive member.
Kenneth Walker and Dobbins. So,
yeah.
Do you think I should stick with Chase or take that trade? Fantasy value in. Hey, Smitty, what is Najee Harris's fantasy value in Dynasty? Because I had a trade.
Yeah, so your running backs are.
Oh, I have Kenneth Walker in my backfield, so I'd have Najee, JT, Kenneth Walker, and Dobbins. So.
What do you guys think? Should the Bruce trade in Dynasty Jamar Chase for JT and Najee? I'm gonna say give me Jamar Chase. I don't know what Najee's value is going forward. Honestly, don't know if he ever rebounds. I don't really think this is a 2022 thing for Najee. I don't know what it is. Maybe he doesn't have the speed. You know, if the offense isn't absolutely perfect for him, I don't know that Najee's going to rebound. I don't think he's... I just don't get a feeling he's an NFL running back anymore, like speed-wise. So it comes down to JT versus Chase. I'd rather have Chase. Yeah. Chad agrees. Chad agrees, Brucey. And another one from Bruce.
Hey, Smitty, I'm thinking I'm going to shop Kamara in my Dynasty Fantasy League. What do you think I should look for him, or should I just say hell with it? I'm selling him on the cheap just to get him off my team. Hey, Smitty, I'm thinking I'm going to shop Kamara in my...
I would probably look to get a wide receiver. I would go across position. Najee is young. What? This is Benjamin. What's funny about that? Benjamin, call in if you want. I mean, I'm not trying to go at you. I just would love to know your perspective of why it requires 3 crying emojis, one after the other. Like, how is saying I don't know that Najee's ever going to rebound? How is that appropriate for 3 crying emojis? Okay, Benjamin, call into the show. Only Benjamin can call in. If you call in and you're not Benjamin, you're getting blocked. Your number's getting blocked. Okay, so you better hang up. I saw someone dialing in right now. If you're Benjamin, you can call in, and we'll wait for Benjamin. You call in and you're not Benjamin, your number's getting blocked. Let's see. Welcome, Lane, as a YouTube exclusive member.
To the moon.
To the moon, Lane. To the moon, Lane. Benjamin, I'm not looking to go at you unless you're going to come in and go at me, but I would love to know why it's appropriate to drop 3 crying emojis in a Najee's young. What? When I said I don't know that Najee's ever going to rebound. He does not feel like a starting running back at the NFL level. So let's open it up. We'll wait for you, Ben. Brian says, Smitty, it's an emoji. Who cares? Brian, when did you become the fun police, bro? It's an emoji. Who cares, Smitty? Brian, when did you become the fun police? You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Is this Benjamin?
Hey, this is Blake. Am I the individual you're speaking with?
Is this Benjamin?
No, Blake.
Clearly didn't understand the assignment, Blake. Blake clearly didn't understand the assignment. Blake, I'm going to let you off on not blocking the number. But that was exactly what I said not to do. We're waiting on Benjamin and Benjamin only. Let's see who this is. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Is this Benjamin?
No, it's Joe.
Oh, blocked. Maybe I won't block you, bro, but I'm disconnecting. You're not listening to the instructions. Only Benjamin can call in right now.
Oh, sorry, Smitty.
That's right. What's your? I'll give you 20 seconds because you're polite.
Oh, okay. Well, earlier you were talking about Allen, and there was a tweet, and it was Stephon Diggs that tweeted out, "Rejoice."
About when? About what?
Earlier, late tonight, on Tuesday night, he tweeted out, "Rejoice." So a lot of people are speculating that that's good news about Josh Allen.
Yeah. See, there's a lot. I mean, we don't know. We don't know for sure, but there's a lot of people that love. And I'm not saying I don't try and create, crazy headlines and make my graphics, be fun to click on. But what I always like to do is I never, ever, ever want my viewer to see my headline or my thumbnail, my video, click on it with an expectation, and I don't deliver. Like to say, oh, Josh Allen out for the year, and then I say Josh Allen's not out for the year. Wait and see for the, like I never will do that. I don't like tricking anybody. I always want, but I might say like, Josh, if I'm really worried about it, I might pose a question or whatever. There's so many people out there that are just like, especially these individuals that start talking about all the medical stuff that are like, Josh Allen's out. This could be a whole month. This could be a whole whatever. And it's just like they're creating panic when we don't even know the extent of what's going on. So we'll see. I'm just not jumping to conclusions like everybody. There's certainly a possibility that he could be out a week, 2, 3, 4 weeks or whatever, but we don't have anything to go off that suggests that he will. Only people speculating on the worst case scenarios of injuries that have happened like this before, but there's so many different severity levels. Similar situation as Stafford playing through his elbow injury. Very, very similar in some context. Baseball-like injury that Stafford is continuing to throw with. So it's crazy that people are creating massive panic when there's nothing substantial out there at all. Only speculation on different grades and levels this could be. Yeah, stop.
Yeah, I agree.
No bowling.
I absolutely agree with you.
You guys, no bowling or getting mean to someone. Like, don't get mad at Ben in the chat. But I want Ben to call in, but I don't want people in there like saying negative things toward him. So
all right, I'll get a phone. Thanks for taking my
yeah.
call to me.
All right, man.
I'll let you talk.
Yeah. I'll look for that. Stefan Diggs did say rejoice. If you look at, I don't know if that's going to be clear, but the top tweet here, he did write rejoice. Rejoice, Stefan Diggs. So, we'll see. This is the tweet we needed. This is Maryland election tweet, not a Josh Allen tweet. I don't know. Maybe it's relating to election. So everyone needs to calm down on all sides. All right, this better be Benjamin. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who is this?
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Are you Benjamin? Are you Benjamin?
No, I'm not.
No one listens. No one listens. Only Benjamin can call in right now. Only Benjamin can call in. And guys, stop. Okay, Daniel said no one's bullying Benjamin. Yeah, everybody be nice to Benjamin. Only I'm allowed to yell on this show. I don't think Benjamin's calling in. I think we're going to wait here until I turn into a skeleton. Well, all right, Big Ben. I appreciate your message, but I would love clarification. I just can't get it. All right. That's it. All right. Now the phone lines are open. Unlock them. The phone lines are open. I wasn't even going to yell at them. I just wanted to know why it was so funny. What's so funny about calling Najee pretty much toast? It's 1 a.m. I'm not calling. Okay. No, nobody rip into him. Just let him be. Benjamin, you can stay. I like you, pal. I just wanted you to call in with your perspective. That's all. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. You don't have to be Benjamin. Who is this?
Yo, Smitty. It's Scotty.
What's up, Scotty?
I just want to tell you my team, and I wanted to get your honest take on whether I need to make a trade or if I'm ready for the playoffs.
Okay. Hit me with it.
Let me know when you're ready.
Go ahead.
Yep, it's Hurts, Swift, ETN, Stevenson, Drake, JJ, Hopkins, Higgins, London, Pat Freiermuth, and Schultz, and Curtis Samuel.
Okay, so Hurts, Swift, ETN, Stevenson, JJ, Hopkins, Higgins, and who else?
Curtis Samuel and Drake London.
Okay.
And Tua. That helps.
All right. So you just want to know what I think of the team, whether you need to make trades, moves? Honestly,
yeah, I guess I'm just a little worried about if Stevenson or ETN goes down for running back. I'm not sure if I'll be good enough.
Yeah, who's your tight end?
Schultz and Pat Freiermuth.
Okay. I mean, I like your team, man. I like your wide receivers a lot. I would definitely be tempted to trade like Swift and Tua for like one slightly safer running back. I guess I would go to all the teams that are struggling at quarterback and try and shop Tua with Swift for one slightly better running back. I would go to the Walker.
An example name. Walker.
Walker, Chubb. You're not going to get a CMC. You could certainly try. Yeah, anybody in that territory. I definitely. I mean,
but would you say if my team was not injured, it's pretty solid to keep as it is?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if Swift comes back healthy and he's on his road back, it's not like there's ambiguity there. We just don't know how solid he's going to be, how quickly. So the fact that you have, a guy that could potentially be top 5 to 10 overall, not just running back, overall in ETN, a top 10 running back in Stevenson, a top 6 to 10 running back in Swift once he's full go, 2 top 10 wide receivers, one of which could be number 1 overall. Higgins is top 15 for wide receivers. I mean, what's not to love about this team? What's your record? 6 wins?
I'm 5-4.
5-4. Okay. So yeah, you're obviously Swift has hurt you a bit. You've been waiting on Hopkins, so it's kind of coming together for you. But yeah, you make that one little upgrade, or you trade Tua and Schultz for. Does the Andrews owner happen to need a quarterback?
He has Fields.
Okay, then he's not interested. He's excited to use Fields, and you can't blame him. So he's not going to trade him.
It's a hometown league, so the trades are pretty rare, but they sometimes happen.
Yeah.
Yep. But I'll appreciate the help. I'll leave the phone lines open for everybody else who needs their help.
All right, pal. Appreciate you.
Yep. Thanks, Smitty.
Benjamin says he's not leaving it alone. Najee is young, like 24 years old. Why can't he rebound? Well, I'm not saying it has to do with his age. I'm not saying it has to do with anything, Ben, that you're going to argue, because we're going to argue 2 different points. But what I'm saying is, looking at Najee Harris, I don't see an elite level running back anymore. Like, I'm not saying if he got traded into a different situation, maybe, but I think this is one of those running backs that I feel like if he was in the most ideal situation with an amazing offensive line, with an amazing offense that moved the football down the field, that put him on the 3-yard line a lot, put him on the 2-yard line, the goal line situations, like, he could probably be a good running back. Example, and I loved Arian Foster. Arian Foster is one of my favorite fantasy football players of all time. But Arian Foster, if he wasn't in the situation he was in, he would not have been Arian Foster. Sometimes situations way overpowering than talent. And sometimes, it all can merge together wonderfully. And I feel like Najee Harris, he doesn't look like an elite NFL running back. And you could blame it on his foot if you want, sure. But he's also probably heading into, I would guess, a situation next year in Pittsburgh that's not going to be that much, like, light years different. So I don't see him having, since running backs have such a short shelf life, I don't see how he rebounds. You're more than welcome to call in, Ben. I mean, I know it's late. You can step into the pantry, whatever you got to do to get on here. I'm not looking to argue with you in a negative way. I just want to know the argument besides he's young, because that doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything at all. I mean, Akers is young. We don't believe in Akers. Arian Foster was talented, but he wouldn't have been near the same back if he wasn't in that exact situation, is my point. Whereas, like, Barry Sanders, he was in the worst situation he could be in, and he was the best running back probably to ever play the game, talent-wise. I just think Foster would have been, a good running back, not one of the best running backs in the league for years, or year after year for a handful of years. Arian Foster was absolutely phenomenal, but he was the perfect marriage of situation and talent. Good talent, but he's an undrafted free agent. So clearly Foster was overlooked because he didn't have the skill sets that a lot of other running backs had, but he fell into an ideal situation. He was hungry. Nobody likes Arian Foster more than me. So don't take what I'm saying out of context, but Arian Foster was just in the perfect spot to thrive and do well. And he ended up getting better, and he became an elite running back. Probably would have been able to go to different situations near his prime, right at his prime, because he developed into such an amazing talent. But it's just one of those things where, like, if you put Najee Harris in an elite situation, he'd probably produce. But I don't think his talent's going to get him out of this situation, is what I'm trying to tell Benjamin, what I'm trying to tell everybody. Like, he's not somebody that moves the needle for me. I'm not trading Jamar Chase for JT, even though I like JT still in Dynasty. Najee doesn't move that needle at all in Dynasty. Not yet. Maybe he changes that for me. I'm not saying I'm not open-minded to something changing, but you're live in the Fantasy Football Show.
Hey, Smitty, how you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. What can I do for you?
Oh, yeah, so last night I asked you if I should trade Alvin Kamara and Pittman for Tyreek Hill. You said yes, and this trade was accepted, and I got it. But now, since I traded Kamara, my running backs is kind of holding a little bit. I do have Kenneth Walker, I do have Dante Freeman. But do you think I got offered
Dante
Dalvin
Freeman.
Cook and Waddle?
Dante Freeman. You got who? Yeah, Kenneth Walker and who?
Foreman.
Oh, okay,
Dante
Foreman.
my
Kenneth
bad.
Okay, Kenneth Walker.
Foreman. I said Freeman,
Yeah.
my bad. But anyways, I got Tyreek Hill, and like you said to do, so the trade was accepted. And I got offered Waddle and Dalvin Cook for Tyreek Hill. Do you think I should do that trade?
This is redraft or dynasty?
No, this is just like an NFL fantasy league, so redraft, yeah.
Yeah. Waddle and Cook for Tyreek Hill. Who's the rest of your team, bro?
Okay, so I have Justin Herbert, which I'm going to pick up Geno Smith, and I'm going to drop Herbert. You think I should do that?
Don't drop Herbert. No, don't drop Herbert. You could, if you wanted to bench him or whatever, that I could understand that, but do not drop him. Herbert,
Okay,
Herbert and Geno. I mean, I'd still start Herbert myself, but that's me. Okay, so Walker, Foreman. Who are your wide receivers? Tyreek Hill and who?
DeAndre Hopkins,
Okay.
Jamar Chase, and let me go to it real fast. I have DK Metcalf, Keenan Allen, and Darren Waller, which I'm about to drop him because he ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, but
for
don't
me.
drop Waller either. Put him on the bench, but don't drop him. Stop trying to cut these guys. They're still good talents. Okay, so let me get this straight. You've got Tyreek Hill, Hopkins, and Jamar Chase, right? And can you only start a max of 3 wide receivers?
Yes.
Okay, so your receivers are already. Assuming Chase comes back, your receivers are already tapped out. Like, I wouldn't go taking Tyreek Hill out. Okay, you'd be getting Cook. Never mind. You'd be getting Cook. Okay, so you would go like this. You basically go Waddle, and Cook. What does the chat think? Does this guy trade Hill for Cook and Waddle? I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a lot.
Like a solid,
It's a
I
decent.
need like a solid running back.
Yeah, it's a decent move, but I don't know. I don't know how much I trust Cook, but it's a lot of talent, and you're moving Hill down a little bit, but it's not that crazy. Like I know Hill's the wide receiver 1 to everybody, but this might be a good. The chat seems to lean in the direction of doing it. There's a couple no's for sure. There's 3 no's in a row, 4 no's in a row, 5 no's in a row. There's like 7 yeses in a row. And then there's a I would say it's about 70% yes.
So would you do it?
God, it's so tough because I don't like Cook. I don't like.
You don't
Cook.
like? Do you like Kenneth Walker better than Cook?
Oh yes.
You do? Okay. I do have Kenneth Walker and Dante Foreman, and I am going to pick up. You think I should pick up Jeff Wilson or Kenyon Drake?
Jeff Wilson by a lot. If you
is he the number 1?
I mean, we don't know. He should be. I think if you could get Jeff Wilson into the lineup, then I don't mind it, because then it's like it's then you start looking at it like this. Okay, you start looking at it like this, and then now Wilson could be pretty good. Definitely Jeff Wilson over Drake.
Yeah.
Drake's fool's gold.
Right.
Yeah, Wilson, Walker, Hill, Hopkins, Chase, DK. You can't even start DK, right?
No.
So here's what I do. I trade DK and Wilson once you get Wilson for 1 better running back.
Yeah.
Or DK and Foreman if you miss on Wilson for 1 better running back. Work on that, bro. Keep Hill.
Okay.
Keep Hill. Work on that. Try and get yourself a Stevenson. You know? Someone like that, and I think that'll
I
work.
do have JT. You think I should like? Do,
Oh, bro, yeah. You kind of left that one out.
Somebody?
You kind of left that one out. You kind of forgot to tell us about that because we're making all this based on the snapshot that you gave us. Don't cut Herbert. Don't forget about JT. Don't cut Waller.
Right.
Yeah, just hang tight. Go try to trade DK and JT for one running back. You've got the solution right in front of your face, bro. That's what you got to use. JT and DK, Foreman and DK, or Jeff Wilson and DK. Go get one running back, bro. Just go to the top and start working your way down.
Would you do Singletary?
No.
Like, do you think he's solid?
No. Absolutely not.
Can you give me like some options?
I do have. That was funny. I do have JT. Hold on. JT's in my back pocket. Here we go. Put him on the table there. Now I've got JT. I mean, bro, I would take ETN in a heartbeat for DK and JT even. Like in your scenario with your wide receivers, with what that would do for you, can overpay. So ETN, I would take Nick Chubb. I would take Alvin Kamara. I would take Joe Mixon. I'd take Dameon Pierce probably.
I may be able to get Dameon Pierce.
I'd probably try not to go any deeper than that in terms of like giving up JT and DK. Like at some point I start giving up like, Wilson and JT or something for a slight running back upgrade. But you're okay, right? You're okay right here, even if you just don't get a trade done. Just don't cut him.
Okay, just keep him on the bench. And don't cut him.
Yeah, don't cut JT. Put a lock on him, bro, so you can't cut him. They should do that in the fantasy apps. They should allow you to put a lock on somebody so that they can't be cut by you on accident. I think that would be a great feature. Like you just toggle on.
David, what do you think about David Njoku, the tight end?
I don't think much about him at all, to be honest with you. He never crosses my mind. I think he's been injured constantly. There's much better options out there. If you are holding Waller, who's your other tight end?
Likely. You told me to pick him up.
Yeah.
He did get me 10 points. So
yeah, I mean, he didn't explode like we had hoped, but he still did okay. But no, Waller, and I would stick with Waller and Likely for now. I mean, you might need a tight end depending on Waller's health, but
But you wouldn't draft Likely for Njoku?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Some people would, but I wouldn't. I don't. And Njoku's he always gets hurt, bro. Always gets hurt. That guy's like a walking injury to me.
Even though Deshaun Watson is coming back.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, over Waller, no. Over Likely, probably not. Some people love Njoku. Right. I don't believe in him, bro. Would I add him if you didn't have to drop someone solid? Sure. But like to drop Waller, to drop Herb, like these guys you want to drop, I don't think so. He's not, and Njoku's not horrible. I mean, he's okay, but what's his? Let me pull up his status and see what he's even.
He's questionable, I think.
Yeah, I mean he's not even healthy right now. So let me pull up some Njoku news.
Okay, well, I'm going to try to get that trade, try to get DK, try to get JT, trying to package a deal.
All right, man. All right, appreciate you. Later, pal.
Tell Benjamin to call in, man.
All right, I'm trying, bro. All right, later. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
It's Corzin.
Corzin, what's up?
Hey, man, what's going on?
Oh, not much. Looking at Njoku real quickly. Hold on, Njoku. I mean, his stats aren't bad. I mean, 89 yards, 73, 88. I mean, he's had some good numbers, but we don't know how well he and Watson will drive together. He's still questionable. He's planning on playing Week 10. We'll see. I suppose I shouldn't have been too hard on him. If you need a tight end very badly, he's acceptable to pick up. I was a little hard on him. I think I'm just tired of seeing his name year after year. Oh, we're excited about Njoku, and then he doesn't do it. And then he never delivers. But Corzin, what can I help you with, Corzin?
All right, so I got some bye weeks and injuries that are really screwing me this week, and I was just wondering what kind of moves we can do. I'll just list off my team for you.
Okay, list it off and let's hit it.
Okay, so I got Burrow,
Okay.
Jamal Williams, Jeff Wilson, Diggs, Olave, Darren Waller, Rashad White, James Robinson, Swift, OBJ, Jamar Chase, Josh Palmer, and Hayden Hurst. So Burrow's on bye. I need to drop someone for a QB. And I had Breece Hall and Swift, and they both went down, or you know how they are. So I'm really starting Jamal Williams and Jeff Wilson.
Do you have Swift on your team?
What was that?
You do have Swift?
Yeah, I do have Swift on my bench.
Did you say that? I don't remember you saying that.
Sorry.
You guys leaving stuff out, man. How am I supposed? It's like going to the doctor and like you have like a sore throat and flu-like symptoms, and you come in, you're like, my knee aches, and then you expect me to diagnose it properly. Maybe you said it. Maybe I have wax in my ears. Okay, so Swift is back though.
Yeah.
So I'm putting him in over Jamal personally. I don't know how everybody feels about that, but he's supposed to get more and more work each week, and I don't know. It's a little bit of a gamble. Someone said you did say Swift. Okay, I got wax in my ears.
It's okay.
I'm also writing really fast, and so sorry, my bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know how fast you're riding because the stream's behind.
Can you imagine if you came to me and I'm a doctor and I don't listen to your symptoms? My throat hurts, doc, but okay. So you have a knee ache. Okay, we're gonna give you this pill right here. And good thing you don't have a sore throat, because if you take the pill, you drop dead right then and there. If you had a sore throat and took the pill, here's the pill. Swallow it.
I have Derrick Henry on my bench too. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So
yeah.
I don't know how the chat feels. Would you go Swift or would you go Jamal? Swift or Jamal? I'm going Swift, but I could understand anybody wanting to go Jamal. So I'm going to put Jamal on your bench. I'm going to put Swift in your lineup. Okay. So what's the overall question here? You just wanted to see if you need to make any trades.
So I need to drop someone off the bench for bye. I'm thinking OBJ, but my wide receiver depth is looking really bad. Would there be anyone else you would want to drop for?
I mean, him or J-Rob. Him or J-Rob. I'm not really excited about J-Rob, but I would say like Odell. I'm not very excited about either. Like, he's supposed to not be ready until like mid-December, and now he's rushing back. I mean, the guy can never stay healthy, and he's got to learn a new offense and system. Remember when he went over to the Rams initially? I mean, that offense was electric, and he struggled to get going for a little while. So my point isn't he can't like get there, but to imagine him going into a new system and just like tearing it up the first couple weeks seems like an expectation and recipe for disappointment. Like, I just don't know if that's the smartest way to approach it. So, like, I think I probably would drop Odell Beckham Jr. if you need to, or J-Rob. What's the? I don't even know what J-Rob's involvement's going to be going forward. Hold on.
So, my reasoning on J-Rob is his playoff schedule. I'm 7-2. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Yeah.
And I think he played Detroit, Seahawks, and Browns or something like that for his playoff schedule.
Yeah, I get that, but he's not the starter, so like it doesn't really matter. I mean, he did okay. He scored a touchdown, which was good, but yeah, I mean, probably drop Odell. I think you could maybe trade. Okay. You could maybe trade. Oh, we had a 99 super chat. Oh, hold on, 1999 super chat. I didn't see that until right now. I'm sorry, man.
No problem.
Hang tight for me. We got Dad Bod Warrior with a $20 hauler. My bad. Thank you for telling me, chat. We're a little bit busy tonight. We got a lot going on here, so my fault. Trade ETN and Evans for Cooper Kupp. I don't trade ETN and Evans. Your team is Hurts, Barkley, ETN, Diggs, AJ Brown, Evans. No. I'm not trading ETN and Evans. I think ETN and Evans is better than just Cooper Kupp. Some might argue differently, but that's easy for me. I mean, ETN you're taking in like the top 5 to 6, top 5 to 7 overall. Maybe Kupp goes ahead of him, but is that worth Evans? I don't think so. I think that's a lot to give. Evans is still quietly a wide receiver 1. So we're gonna pass on that. Okay, I'm sorry. Where were we? Odell, drop Odell because maybe J. Rob's got trade value. He did score a touchdown. Like someone's gonna trade for him.
All right, so dropping Odell, I have 3 options for QB. It's Jimmy G, Trevor Lawrence, or Marcus Mariota.
Say that one more time.
So if I drop Odell, I have 3 options for QB. It's Trevor Lawrence, Jimmy G, or Marcus Mariota.
Lawrence.
Marcus?
Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
Yeah, long term, yeah.
And then my last question, sorry. Do you trust Waller this week?
If he's on the field and deemed good to go, let's see what he's looking like. Darren Waller, if there's any new reports, I think the last one was just that he was inactive. So I don't think. Let me see. Yeah, there's nothing new on it. So we're completely waiting. We don't know if he'll play. So there's nothing to trust or nothing to trust yet.
What scares me is that in the future, let's say he doesn't play, who would I drop at that point to pick up a waiver wire tight end to fill a spot? Because I would have to drop like Palmer and probably James Robinson, preparing from what you're saying, right? I'd have to drop Robinson for a tight end if Waller ends up
You guys have
playing.
small benches, man.
I know.
I mean, there's always going to be nice waiver wire players, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably drop Odell and J. Rob in these scenarios that you're painting, and I'd prioritize it as dropping Odell, then J. Rob. Because you're in such a small league, like there's a lot of J. Robs constantly on your waiver wire. Like a lot of people might be looking at J. Rob right now in their league's context, like, oh, if I had J. Rob, I could trade him. You can't drop J. Rob, but your benches are tiny, bro. Like there's players for days available. Like I imagine there's got to be decent players available, right? I mean, you're very, very small benches.
Yeah, I mean, I have all the upside handcuffs like Rashad White and Jeff Wilson and those kind of characters.
Oh, so
people,
yeah.
Williams.
Yeah, you got Jeff Wilson. That's right. If I'm you, maybe I trade. I wonder if you could trade Jeff Wilson and Chase for like a better wide receiver than Chase. It'd be hard though because you kind of need Jeff Wilson at running back. Yeah, that's tough, bro. You might have to. What's your record?
I'm 7-2.
You got a good record though. You can wait on Chase. Okay, yeah. Stand still. You can start Diggs, Olave, and Chase, all 3 of them, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Wait on Chase. I like your team.
Yep.
You need Swift to come back though. I'm not gonna lie to you. You need Swift to come back to form. If he doesn't come back to form, you're gonna be crawling to first place. You could still do it, but you'd be crawling. Whereas
that's exactly why I'm scared. That is literally the reason why I'm starting to lose. I was 7-0, confident as heck. Then Chase went down, and then Swift is bouncing back and forth, and then Jeff Wilson got dropped from San Francisco. He was carrying me for a while.
Well, now he can carry you again.
He actually got picked back up. So
yeah.
My hopes are up just a little bit more.
Jeff Wilson's like that.
Swift really
yeah, Jeff Wilson's like that mullet. You know, it goes out of style, and then you just kind of kept it around. You didn't cut it, and then mullets came back, bro. You know, Jeff Wilson, he's valuable again. So great job not cutting your mullet. Yeah, just hang tight, man. I mean, entertain offers for Swift, but you're not going to get what you want out of him right now. So you're probably just gonna have to hang tight. But your team's good. You can weather through it, and let the fantasy, heavens decide whether you might even get a nicer path into the playoffs by just letting this take its course. And maybe you lose a couple games because you're waiting on Chase and he's got a bye week, and you're waiting on Swift. But like it's set up perfectly. You know what I mean? Like people that try and get the right seed that they want end up getting knocked out when they start playing those games. So like just it might be a meant to be situation for you, to where you're in the right place at the right time and the right seed from the right spot, and your path is just open doors. You know what I mean? So just have faith in everything's on Swift though, but it's kind of fun. That's why we play fantasy football, man. There's for this kind of thing. So all right, man, I gotta let you go. Appreciate you.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, next caller, you're up. You're live.
Hey, Smitty.
Hey, man. What's up, Ada? I call you Ada all the time. I'm sorry, Ada.
Either one's fine, honestly.
Like Attaboy. That's easy. Okay, I got it.
So I was just could you whiteboard the team?
Sure.
So the go-to roster is Burrow at QB, then Swift, Khalil Herbert, Cooper Kupp, T. Higgins, tight end is Andrews, and then flex right now is Mooney, and then the bench is Herbert, Justin Herbert, Everett, McKenzie, Eno Benjamin, Damian Harris, and then like Henderson, basically.
Okay. So what are we doing here?
And I'm just kind of wondering, like, what moves do you suggest I make? Because I'm right now I'm in 6-3. I'm like in first in my division, but like you were telling the other guy, I don't want to be crawling and like trying to get first place like that.
Yeah. Tough to say because like you can't sell Andrews high, so you got to hold them. You could maybe sell Kupp high for 2 players if you wanted to divide and conquer. You could sell Justin Herbert or Burrow and like bank on one or the other. You could maybe take a gamble on Herbert and try and trade Burrow to get something more solid. But then again, it's so nice having an elite quarterback. So I probably would try and sway away from that. But your team's good enough if Swift goes on a tear, Kupp continues to ball out, and Andrews bounces back. Like your team's good enough to win, but you do need a couple of those things to happen at once. I guess I would go to the QB needy teams and see if they're interested in Herbert and Swift for one slightly better running back. But that's the only move I really see here, unless you want to divide and conquer Cooper Kupp into 2 players. And like an example of what I would take for this would be, Stevenson comes to mind as one of the running backs involved, and then you get another wide receiver here that's unbelievably undervalued, or someone's scared about, like Jamar Chase, and you have Jamar Chase and Stevenson for Kupp, like something like that. But it'd have to be crazy. It'd have to be, and if you went as low as, let's just say you put ETN in here. Not everybody loves ETN as much as we do. I tend to get a lot of pushback when I say things like ETN's top 5 to 7 or top 5 to 8 going forward. A lot of people don't like it. So I know that the ETN community is big here, and I know that most of his owners probably love him. But keep in mind, my psychology and fantasy football stuff that we talk about, a lot of people have that I want to break up with the player before they break up with me syndrome. And so anybody that thinks that no one's trading ETN, it's not the case. People are like, what if he goes down? What if he gets hurt? He's small. He got 27 carries. What if? And then they just want to get rid of him. So everybody needs to like try before they start, saying that this player won't get traded or no one's going to do this. You don't know that. So ETN, and what wide receiver can you get for Cooper Kupp? Seems like Evans is getting tossed around a lot. We had this exact reverse offer where everybody in the chat said they'd rather have ETN and Evans over Kupp. So that's an example of, like, if you go to the ETN owner, what do they have at wide receiver? Is it equivalent to Evans? If it's Hopkins, Evans, Lamb, those are all something to consider. But it's a risk versus reward thing, man. You got to you've got a good enough team to do it. They just need to all step up.
Yeah, that's why I know, like, and then if they actually played Khalil Herbert, he'd be easily dropping like 20, but, you know.
Yeah. All right, man, I got to get to the next call. Appreciate you.
Okay.
Later.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Have a good one, Smitty.
Yep. All right, you're next. You're live on the show. No more marker boards, just simple questions because we're slowing everything down. It just takes too long. What can I help you with?
Hey, brother, man. Hey, yeah, I just got 2 quick questions. I need 2 out of the 3. I got Fournette, Pollard, and Hunt to PPR.
Fournette.
And,
okay.
Well, answer that one first if you want, real quick.
I mean, I would lean Pollard until we know what's going on with Zeke. Fournette doesn't look good, but Fournette's also hard to just like sit, you know. So I lean Pollard unless we hear that Zeke's back to a half or more level of workload, which we don't have that information. We hear Zeke's supposed to play, but so I'd probably lean Pollard. But there's risk on starting Fournette, and there's risk on sitting him. But I don't feel like the risk is that crazy.
I need 2 actually out of the 3. I got Hunt also.
Oh, then Fournette and Pollard for now.
Okay, and then my second question is Brandon Cooks. Is he droppable? And if I drop him, do I pick up Mooney or Terrence Marshall?
Cooks probably like Mooney better with Fields coming on strong. I like Mooney more. Cooks is also unhappy. I don't know how motivated he is right now. What did he do last week? Let's see here. 4 for 73. He didn't do too bad, but yeah, I'm gonna go Mooney. I'm really liking. I'm really liking the offense. So the way it's the direction it's heading the Bears. So give me Mooney. Mooney last week had 8 targets. So, and he got his first touchdown. So like the momentum's there, and I've liked Mooney all season long. You can look at the chat every week. I'm like, go get Mooney. Don't drop Mooney. Don't drop Mooney. Pick up Mooney. And everyone's like, why? What point are you going to give up on this? But I just know that the talent's there. So
yeah.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
All right, man. Well, thanks, man.
You're live. You're next. Who am I talking to?
Yo, Smitty. This is David.
David. What's up, David?
What's up? All right, so I have that Bills triple stack team.
Nice. All right, hopefully Josh Allen's okay for you.
Yeah, that's what I was going to call in about. You think, I don't know, you think I should just, I guess I have to stick with it.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Who's gonna take on Josh Allen at the risk level that Josh Allen may have in most people's eyes? Like you can't trade him at this point. I mean, you could try. If someone came along and gave you an offer you can't refuse, like they gave you Burrow and a player you love. But, like, you can't – I mean, don't let everybody freak you out. I'm not saying that Josh Allen won't be out week 10 or longer. But there are a lot of people speculating right now that I feel like they're giving scenarios and people are running with them. Like, I'm getting people in here. Do you hear the Josh Allen update? Like, there's no Josh Allen update. The update is they're looking into things. The potential tear in his elbow, that's not new. We already knew that. But there's a lot of people running videos out there right now that are like, it could be out a month. Like, I'm guessing a month or whatever. And I haven't seen them, but everyone keeps talking about them.
Yeah. Well, I'm just hoping they, like, put a horse tranquilizer in his arm before every game.
Well, you don't want him doing what they did with Jamar Chase and giving him injections and running him out there when his body's not able to go out there without the injection, because that'll eventually lead to a breakdown. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I love the triple stack. Look, Stafford's very similar situation, and Stafford's been playing all year. And it's not something I'm panicked on yet. I'm not hitting the panic button yet. Could we be not told all the information? Sure. But that wouldn't necessarily mean that these reports that are currently out there are correct then. It just, happens that they're guessing that things are worse than it seems, but We have no information that he's supposed to be out. Just speculation.
I got Fields and Watson on the waivers, and I probably won't get Fields because I'm 6th. So should I just pick up Watson for security?
I mean, yeah, I would. I would for sure.
All
right, bro. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Smitty.
All right, Ryan, you're next.
Hey, Smitty, what's going on?
What's
man?
up, Ryan?
Yeah, I got a quick question, man. I just want to know what you were doing in the situation, right? So, I made a trade for Cooper Kupp. I traded Amari Cooper, Taysom Hill, Jamal Williams, and Michael Pittman for Cooper Kupp. And the league wanted to veto the trade, but they forgot to, I guess, veto it. Because, veto, like the trade veto thing, we made it on Saturday. It passed last night, so the trade went through this morning. And now they want me to trade him back because they think my team is too stacked. Like, what would you do in that situation?
I would tell them to take a lap, bro. Like they're asking you to take, they're asking you to reverse it, or they're saying the commissioner's like, I'm going to reverse it.
Nah, they asking me to reverse it because basically I got Lamar Jackson, ETN, Damian Pierce, Justin Jefferson, St. Brown, and Mark Andrews. So they saying adding Cooper Kupp to that roster is just ruins the entire league.
Well, that's their fault. I mean, the problem is you are running, you're on a fine line of like, people getting mad at you long term, which it sucks, but that's on them. That's like a character flaw. You made a trade. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. You made a trade. Right. There's a veto process. The trade didn't go through the veto process the right way or whatever. I don't know if it was a chain of custody type of thing, but it didn't go through. Like, what did you?
How you got to vote? Like, so like
you can't vote again if they
activity. You have to.
Yeah. So
they forgot. Like 2 of them forgot to vote. So I'm like, yo, that's your fault.
That's their fault. It's like, so here's what I would say, and you could get your commissioner on the phone, put him on 3-way. I'd love to talk to him. I'd love to talk to him.
I don't know if he's up right now. If he's up, then I'll try to get him on tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely try and get him on if he's up right now, because I'd love to like pick his brain and say to him, if you have a veto process in place and your league drops the ball and it isn't important enough for the number of people required to veto it, then it wasn't important enough to veto. And that's on the league. You did nothing wrong. You can't just... Like, how corrupt is it that you're going to try and redo the voting process and the voting process didn't go? That's crazy. That's crazy. You did nothing wrong, bro. You did absolutely nothing wrong. If it got vetoed, it's within the confines of your veto process and rules, and that sucks. And I hate playing in veto veto leagues. And I just tell people it's your own fault for playing in a league that vetoes. If you're going to call up and complain about it and it got vetoed, I do agree it's garbage that a trade can get vetoed. But if you play in the league, that's your own fault. But you actually passed through the veto process, and now everyone's complaining because no one pulled their weight. That's their fault, not your fault. No way I'm overturning that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because it's like they made it was a riot in the group chat last week, and it was a riot this morning. It was like, yo, y'all had 4 days. I've waited our trade process is 4 days, which is already ridiculous. So it's not even like 48 hours. Y'all got 4 whole days to veto the trade, and y'all didn't veto it. So that's on y'all.
Yeah. All right, man. I got to let you go. Appreciate you, Ryan. But call back with your call back with him on the line, and I'll definitely answer your call if I see it.
Yeah, I got you. No doubt. Appreciate you.
Yeah, he probably won't though. Later. Before I help you next 2 gentlemen, please hang tight real quick. We got G Money with the $20 hauler. Then I got to go through the super chats. Hey, Smitty, 5-4, 7th out of 12th. QB Burrow, running back JT, running back Herbert, wide receiver Amon-Ra, Curtis Samuel, Tunyon, Eno Benjamin. I remember this team. Man, this is that team that we just can't seem to get that extra piece, or we can't get JT to come back. There's not a lot to do with this team. First of all, thank you for the super chat. There's not a lot to do with this team. I would say you're either banking on JT coming back to form, or it's over as far as this team goes. I mean, in general. And I don't think that's the craziest gamble to take. It's certainly not a gamble that feels like it's like 70 or 80% likely. It feels like a pretty risky bet, but I think there's some intrigue to it. If JT does rebound, you could trade JT for Swift. You could try and take that risk on. You could potentially roll with let's see here. You have 2 RBs. I don't know what you could sell high on this team other than Burrow. Go Burrow to Herbert to get an extra player, to get a Stevenson, to get somebody into that running back spot. That's the only move you can really make. JT is hard to sell. Would I sell JT straight up for like Stevenson, which we've talked about before? Yeah, absolutely. Would I take Cordero Patterson and something for JT? Probably would. It depends on what it would be. Some would say they'd take Cordero over JT straight up, but I wouldn't blame them. So, but you almost got to let it ride on JT, man. And it's not looking good, but at least there's a shot for it. That might be an interesting squad to, the odds are way against it. Like if you could put an over under on that, and that would get you a pretty penny if you landed that. The odds are against it strongly. JT for Swift, JT for St. Brown, JT for Cordero Patterson, and something. Trade Burrow into Herbert or Kyler and try and get something additional that can help you, like a Stevenson. Those are my pieces of advice for you. Hopefully St. Brown bounces back too. You need St. Brown and JT to both bounce back. That's a tall order, but it's doable. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Let's see here. I have 2 of you on here. I don't know who was there first. What are your names?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
This is Nick.
Nick, and who's the other guy? Chris. Let's go with Nick first, and then Chris, I'll hit you next.
Smitty. Yeah, I just had a flex play. I got some people on buys this week, so my options are James Conner, George Pickens, or Jeff Wilson. And I actually have Tua, so I've been kind of leaning towards Jeff Wilson. But you always get the if it goes bad for them or whatnot, then their offense is not on the field.
I think you gotta lean. I think you gotta lean toward Jeff Wilson at the moment.
Right.
Connor could certainly change my mind with great news or some kind of like shift in momentum, but for right now, Jeff Wilson's got all the momentum. Looked phenomenal. Was fired up. The team loves him. I mean, could it be the Deonta Foreman situation, though, where he absolutely explodes? The team loved him, too, and he looked phenomenal, and then he came out and did nothing. Like, is that possible for Jeff Wilson? Yeah, but the difference would be that Carolina's offense sucks, and the Dolphins are exciting. And Miami Mike, I trust, getting the football to Jeff Wilson, who he went and traded for a reason. And Wilson looks good, man. Right. He looked like – I remember ripping on him walking into this season when I do some Niner show stuff with my boy Raj, and I'd be like, Wilson's not he's not going to do well. He always gets hurt, and he does always kind of get hurt, but he looks really good right now. I admit, he looks really phenomenal. He looks hungry, nose for the end zone.
It's cool to see that San Francisco trio. The only thing is I have Waddle too, which is crazy. So now I got 3 Dolphins players.
It's the offense. The offense that can support it, though. You know what I mean? Like they're
explosive. Yeah, they're explosive for sure.
I mean, you can't sit.
They got like a pretty good matchup.
You can't sit Waddle. You can't sit Tua unless you have a better quarterback.
Right.
But like Wilson, I don't think I make a call on Wilson, Pickens, Connor based on what team he plays for. You just got to put your best guys out there, and Wilson's your best guy right now.
All right, man.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
All right, appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah. Wilson was good in San Francisco. I'm not talking about during the season, bro. I'm talking about in the preseason. We were talking about Jeff Wilson. Okay, Chris, you're up, and then TM next.
All right, what's up, Sweeney?
What's up, man?
All right, so I'm in a 14-man PPR league, and I'm 3-6, so it's do or die time. Like almost pretty much have to win out to make the playoffs here.
Okay.
And I got Higgins on bye this week. And I was wondering if you think that I should try to figure out some type of package to trade him. I can tell you the rest of my team.
Okay,
So I
shoot.
got
Shoot.
Kamara, Swift, St. Brown, Fryermuth, Pittman, and Judy.
Kamara,
And
Swift.
as for QB, I mean,
Yeah, Kamara,
yep,
Swift.
Kamara,
Okay.
Pittman,
Yeah, I got it.
Fryermuth, St. Brown. All right.
And Swift.
And then for QB, I drafted Rodgers. So, I mean, I got him, Goff, and Dolan. And I've just been switching through because none of them really do anything.
Yeah, and you have Swift, you said, right?
Yeah, Swift.
I'd maybe trade Swift and Higgins for one player if you can do that, but
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I got offered, I know you're going to like this, I got offered Walker for Swift and Higgins. And the only reason I didn't just jump at it is because if I get rid of Higgins and Swift, we got 2 flexes in this league. So then I'd be stuck with Judy and Zay Jones. I mean, I got Hunt on the bench, so no one else I'd really be able to play.
yeah. I mean, I understand your hesitation, and you've got to have like Swift ball out though to get back to form. Like if you're gonna pass on Walker, and you got to have Higgins and Swift ball out. I don't think you're gonna get a better offer than that. Like what are you gonna trade Higgins for right now? Like St. Brown and something maybe, but you'd have to. He's playing. He hasn't come back to life yet, so you can't treat St. Brown and Higgins the same. But if you go get St. Brown and like it's Cordero Patterson for Higgins or something crazy like that, because someone thinks that Cordero just had a good game and doesn't realize he's probably going to do that all year as long as he's healthy. Like you got to get something kind of shockingly good. Otherwise, it's like, I don't know, that you can't really afford the bye week of Walker either. I understand why you did what you did, but I mean, it is player for player in a vacuum. I like Walker better, but it doesn't mean that it's going to help your team, especially with what you read. To me, it's going to be hard to win, I think, with Walker and just Kamara.
I agree. So I feel like maybe the best option is just hold and, hope Swift turns up.
Maybe. That's a tough one, bro. I would
I
look.
could make that trade, but do you think it's worth it if I have to rock,
I mean,
2 flexes of, Judy and Hunt?
I don't think your team would probably win with just Kamara. It would be Kamara and Walker, and that's it, right?
Yeah, it'd be Kamara, Walker, St. Brown, and Pittman. And then I'd have to play Judy.
Oh, you have St. Brown. Okay.
Yeah, I got St. Brown. That's why I couldn't trade for him. I was going to say that.
No, part of me wants Walker, man.
Yeah, you think I'd do it?
Can you get anything back? Anything at all?
Let me just run through his team real quick.
I mean, if you could get something
back.
like he doesn't see coming, bro, just do it.
On his bench right now, he's got A-Rob, Jeff Wilson, Madison, Deion Jackson. I mean, he'd probably go for one of them.
A-Rob, Jeff Wilson. Get Jeff Wilson. It's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I probably lean that way anyway. I'd probably lean that way anyway, man. I mean, like, I like Swift, but what if Swift never? I mean, you're 3-6. Like, you could make the argument that you need Swift, but at the same time, if it takes Swift 2 or 3 weeks to get back into like 70% roll,
it won't matter.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, why not just go ham and figure it out? I guess.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, at this point, I might as well take the risk.
Just try and get something. Jeff Wilson would be huge if you got Jeff Wilson in addition to that. And then you can maybe even trade Jeff Wilson for like a receiver. But, St. Brown ain't bad either, though. Like that you have that. That's good. All right, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I got Swift. Yep, no problem.
Later.
Thanks, man.
TM and then Alex Cruz. TM, you're first. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up, Smitty?
What's up?
Just looking for trade ideas on my squad. 7-2, Superflex League. I got Josh Allen, Dalton, Watson, and that's it. Wide receivers, I got DJ Moore, Lamb, Debo, Palmer, and Higgins. At running back, I got Skywalker, Swift, Rashad White, and then Williams from the Rams on IR.
Okay.
Pitts at tight end, and yeah, that's my squad.
So
anything I can upgrade or?
So don't trade Walker. I mean, I don't trade Allen, but I mean, I don't think anybody's going to give you something that you want anyway for Allen, so you got to kind of hold him. But I would say, like, your team's really good. I mean, these wide receivers are Lamb, Debo, Higgins. I mean, DJ Moore's expendable. Higgins is expendable. Lamb's expendable. Debo's expendable, though. Like, getting rid of one of those guys, not a big deal because you got 4 of them, right? Do you start all 4?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to get rid of Palmer because he's kind of that like high value right now, or like the most value.
Yeah. So you start 4 wide receivers and 2 running backs.
2 wide receivers, 1 flex.
Okay, so you start Lamb, Debo, and Higgins right now.
Yeah, Higgins is on a bye though right now. So
yeah, but I'm just saying in general. So you don't start all 4. Okay, so
yeah.
So you could could trade DJ Moore. I would probably trade one of these wide receivers with Swift. Just upgrade Swift. I don't know what you're getting. I mean, you could try and trade DJ Moore and Swift for ETN. I don't think you get it, but I'd definitely be trying. Yeah. I'd be trying for ETN. I'd be trying for Chubb. I'd be trying for. I don't think you're going to get anything higher than that. It'd be tough to even get that.
I have the number 5 waiver claim. Should I put a claim in for Keenan, Allen's backup?
Keenan Allen?
No, Keenum. Josh Allen's backup.
Oh,
Case Keenum.
You don't have any other quarterback? Who'd you read off? I forget who you said.
No, I just got Dalton. I mean, I could put a regular player. It is super flex, so I could just put a position player in there instead.
I assume Deshaun Watson's gone.
I have Deshaun Watson.
Okay, good. Oh, that was Watson. Okay, yeah. I thought that was. Okay, yeah. So Watson, that's good. Yeah, I'd probably put in one for Keenan. I don't know who you're gonna. Keenum. I don't know if you can drop any of these guys though. Did you read everybody you had?
I do have a free space available. I usually pick up people like right at 12, like the free agent pickups instead of using a waiver.
I think you're pretty good, bro. I mean, your team's really solid. I don't think I'm getting crazy. I think I'm just trying to trade one of those wide receivers with Swift just to get an upgrade at running back. And if not, I mean, it's not the craziest thing in the world to let that team ride, bro. You got a lot of good depth. DJ Moore's going to be good for bye weeks. Lamb, right. Debo, and Higgins are really solid wide receivers to go with Josh Allen. I'd love to see you get. Let's see here.
There's also CEH and Pacheco on waivers. Like, it's like, which one do I like? Should I pick one up, or I don't know? It's a kind of
in your situation, probably not. Oh, it was Andy Dalton. That's right. That's where I got confused. You have Dalton. Mark Andrews.
He just got traded. Someone just traded for him.
He's been my go-to for a lot of people. I just think he's a great addition, man. Yeah. Go after those.
Likely last week.
Go after those running back upgrades. Someone said Pierce. I wouldn't mind you going after Pierce. Swift and Palmer for Pierce would be phenomenal. I don't think you're getting that, but you could try it. It's tough, okay. Bro. Tough, bro. I don't know. I would probably stand still. I mean, Debo and I mean, you could always try and get like a Diggs using 2 of your receivers. You could try and trade like DJ Moore and Debo for Diggs or something crazy like that. I don't know. Try and pair Allen and Diggs together. Past that, I think I'd just stand still. Let it marinate for a week. Let Lamb regain some value. Let Debo regain some value. Hopefully he does. Let Higgins regain some value. let Swift regain some value. I think that's probably the biggest reason why I'm struggling coming up with something for you is that you just don't have a lot of sell high guys, so it's really hard to construct something. So I think you just need to wait a week, give it a breather.
Gotcha.
All right, bro. Appreciate
All right.
it.
All right. Thanks.
All right,
man.
later. Alex, what's up, man?
Hey, got 2 quick questions for you. I have a Burrow on bye, so I need to put a claim in for a quarterback. And I just want to have some options. I have a lot of options on this waiver wire, so I need some help with it. There's Fields is on waivers, but I have like the 10th one, so I probably won't get him. So there's Goff versus Chicago, Daniel Jones versus Houston, Carr versus Indy, Russell Wilson versus Tennessee, Mariota, and then Garoppolo versus LA Chargers.
Am I crazy to like? I think I heard them all correctly, but Carr, am I crazy to like Carr the most? I mean, weapon-wise, a little bit of a bounce back last week. Adams looks on fire. Maybe Waller's back. I don't know. I kind of feel like Carr. I feel like Carr's probably...
Yeah, let me just repeat them again.
Yeah.
So you got Goff, Jones, Carr, Wilson, Garoppolo.
And Lawrence isn't available. Trevor Lawrence?
No. Goff has a decent. I mean, Garoppolo. What do you think about Jimmy G? Got the Chargers.
I mean, Jimmy's okay, bro. But for me, I'm just gonna go with Carr. I'm gonna go with Carr. He's got the weapons. I think him and Adams are back clearly, and that's like it feels like a 2 TD guarantee, near guarantee. Nothing's guaranteed, but it feels like a 2 TD guarantee. It feels safe.
Right. Okay. And then the other question was, how I have Diggs. I know there's no news on Allen. Like it's not confirmed that he's gonna miss anything. I have Diggs. What do? You're just holding. What if you entertain offers? What would be something you'd expect for Diggs?
The world, bro. The world. I'm not. I mean, Diggs and Hill are like, you know, they're tearing it up right now. I'd want. If I'm not getting like Kupp and JJ in some kind of deal with Diggs or Hill, like those are the top 4 wide receivers. Then if you're talking about giving me like a Waddle or a Hopkins or a Jamar Chase because you can wait on them, I'm still requiring like an RB of significant value back to downgrade from Diggs into a Hopkins or Diggs into a Waddle or Diggs into even a Debo or whoever. Like I still want a Stevenson. I want that type of player, a Cordero Patterson, someone like that. If I'm the further I downgrade the wide receiver Diggs into, the more I'm gonna want out of that running back. So there's no way I'm taking this, you know, extra little wide receiver 3 or 4 or something like that. Like I want something significant. So if you were to, let's say you were to go on the heavy running back side of a 2-for-1, so you get rid of Diggs for 2 players and you go ETN, who is below Diggs. He's ranked below Diggs to most people. Then you get like at least an Olave. Huh?
Yeah. I have ETN, but someone around there is what you're saying.
Yeah, like if you were to get Walker, let's say for Diggs, and some people have Walker over Diggs. I do, but I know most people don't. So you probably can get Walker and somebody. If you're gonna go, let's say you go to a Nick Chubb who's below Diggs in many people's eyes, you probably can't get a ton more, but maybe you get a St. Brown for free thrown in. Let's say you go as low as Dameon Pierce. Now you can get probably a wide receiver around. For Diggs, you could probably get Dameon Pierce and at least a DK, maybe a Waddle, but probably not. But maybe. I mean, that's kind of what I'd want if I'm getting rid of Diggs. I want someone to knock my socks off, bro, or I'm not doing it.
Yeah, because I do have a chance to get JJ. because somebody offered me AJ last week.
Yeah.
If I could do that deal, I would just hold Diggs.
I'd rather have JJ over
I'd have to
Diggs.
give-
I'd rather have JJ over Diggs, but that's what I'm talking about. I need to get one of those wide receivers, and people will do it, man. People overpay with what's going on right now. Like Hill, you could get JJ or Kupp for Hill last week. I don't know about this week, but maybe you still can. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I just want to run this by you again because I didn't do it last week and you said it was a smash. But I didn't do it because I couldn't make the trade last week because it already played on Thursday. ETN and Higgins for JJ and Sanders.
Say it one more time.
ETN, Higgins for JJ and Sanders.
ETN and Higgins for JJ and Sanders. Give me JJ and Miles Sanders, but that's tough. I hate trading ETN, but Higgins is hard to trust right now, bro. Completely hard to
Plus,
trust.
he's on a bye. Still do the trade because Higgins is on a bye week. But, yeah, I like that side as well.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
I got to get through these super chats. Thanks, man. Later. Alex Cruz, everyone. All right, phone lines are closed for now. Phone lines are closed for now. Let's get to these super chats. Let's get these out of the way. We got Yusuf. Yusuf, you still here? You still here, pal? 8-man. I have Saquon, CMC, Jones, and Jacobs. Also have Kupp, Amon-Ra, Lazard. Just traded Aaron Jones and Jacobs for A.J. Brown and Swift. I like that. I like that. As much as I get where people value, Jacobs, they have him really high. I get that. But I just don't. I don't trust Jacobs playing at anywhere close to the level he was, and he hasn't been lately. So give me Swift. The downgrade of Jacobs to Swift is worth the upgrade of Aaron Jones hurt into AJ Brown. But there is a gamble involved there. There's a gamble involved there. Swift may not return, but at least he's not worse for the wear. Thank you, Yusuf. Sorry about the delay, my man. But I'm taking Swift and A.J. Brown. Does the chat agree? We going Swift and A.J. Brown? I'm pretty sure they will, but you never know. Aaron Jones is hurt, man. And Green Bay's not looking proper right now. Can I drop Madison for Watson if I've been rolling with Geno? I don't even have Dalvin, or should I roll with Geno the rest of the season? I would like to have options, Vamp. I would like to have options. I would probably say go. I just hate to say that because then Cook goes down and then Madison's the win the league pickup of the year. But yeah, I like to have options. I don't want everything riding on Geno. Caspo, thoughts on Jamar's injury? I'm worried about him and his production when he gets back. The partial labrum tear is the most concerning part, in my opinion, says Caspo. Caspo, I'm not worried, more worried now than I was weeks ago. He's closer to a return. They didn't put him on IR. They fully expect him to have a shot to come back earlier than the 4 weeks, or they would have done that. Doesn't mean that it won't end up being more than 4 weeks. They could have miscalculated. Let's kind of see if he'll be okay, and he's not. And then he doesn't come back. And there's that possibility. So Caspo, it just fully depends on what offer you're getting. Someone gives you a Hopkins, you take it. Someone gives you a Waddle, you take it. Someone gives you a St. Brown, the way he's playing, I do believe he'll bounce back, but that's more questionable. That's when you say to yourself, is it better just you're this close to Watson coming, or to Chase coming back? Why take the gamble at this point on getting rid of him when it's a risk either way? It's a risk to trade him. It's a risk to hold him. And I feel like the risk of trading him is now becoming a heavier burden. So for me, yeah, Travis said trade Madison. A couple people saying keep Madison. I don't like the idea. I feel like there's got to be a better cut than Madison. I agree. I would explore that. Find out if there's somebody else you can cut, or go comb through your roster again. You probably have a backup kicker or a backup defense or something. Definitely wouldn't Yeah. Let's see here. Got to hit the books. Attaboy. Atta boy. There you go. Atta. I got your name down now. Later, Atta. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'd rather have Madison than Algier right now because, I mean, if you need production, like Algier's at least performing, so like it all comes down to like, are you using Algier? If you're not, then I don't know. That's a tough one though. Cutting Madison would make me feel uncomfortable because it'd be like the moment you do it, you know Cook's gonna be hobbling off the field. Should I give up Devontae Smith for Swift's handcuff? Jamal? Yeah, I would trade Devontae Smith for Jamal, bro. That's light work. JJ and Mike Evans for Adams and Kelsey. JJ and Mike Evans for Adams, Kelsey. Give me Adams and Kelsey. Adams and Kelsey. But Sean, that had me stuttering for a second. Yusuf, appreciate you. I'm sorry about the delay, my man. I apologize. We got a $20 hauler, everybody. $20 hauler from Daniel.
Let's go, mashed potatoes.
Daniel, hey Smitty, 12 team PPR 7-2 Dak, CMC, Cook, Tyreek, AJ Brown. Got offered Amon-Ra or Mike Evans and Justin Fields for AJ Brown. Got offered Amon-Ra or Mike Evans. So you're going to take Mike Evans. So Mike Evans and Fields for AJ Brown. I take Fields and Mike Evans over AJ Brown. Look, I love AJ Brown, but bro, you got to take Fields and Evans over him. Am I wrong, chat? I don't think I'm wrong, but the chat can let me know if I'm doing you a service here. I definitely feel, bro, that's the right move. You need to call ASAP. Everybody needs to call, bro. The phone line. It's literally like. Even if I open the phone line back up, there's no guarantee I'd ever even see your call come in, bro. I can't. There's no way for me to answer your exact call. If you saw the numbers that come through when I open it up, it's like 4 numbers at a time calling in. Fields is a must start. I'd rather have ETN. What about this question here? Fields and Evans. JP likes it. Fields and Evans unless the QB is elite. His QB is Dak. Fields and Evans. Yeah, I mean I love AJ Brown, but Evans can ball too. So that one's pretty clear cut to me. Okay. We'll have to hide Matt from the channel. I keep calling. The phone lines aren't open, my guy. There's no number on screen right now. Keep Fields and trade Dak. I mean, that's an option. I like AJB. So Swavey. Okay. Avi. Keep Cheetah. He was talking about that other trade. I forget what the trade even was at this point, but Avi, thank you for the super chat. I got offered A-Rob and Najee and Foreman for Pierce. No way I'm trading Pierce. You got offered A-Rob, Najee, and Foreman. So you got offered a heap of garbage for Foreman.
You were offered sex. You were trade offer sex.
Send him that. 1 minute and 38. 1 hour and 38 minutes into this show, bro. That's how I feel about his offer that he sent you. How dare him? How dare him? Ramos. Have Tua, Waddle, Godwin. Can trade Jefferson and JT for ETN and CH or Hines. Trade Jefferson and JT? Absolutely not. Like Ramos, I love ETN, man. But you got me all wrong if you think I'm going to give up JJ and JT. even with JT's risk, like there's no way, bro. That's a.
You've just been Smitty disapproved.
You aren't disapproved, but your trade is, Ramos. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. I love JJ. JJ and JT's way too much for ETN. I love you're talking to the world's greatest ETN believer. Some dropped Khalil Herbert. Who should I drop, Pacheco or Dillon? I'd drop Pacheco for Khalil. I mean, who knows what happens for either one of those guys, but I would definitely take a shot on Khalil. Questions so far, the call-in shows, should we leave a voicemail? There's no voicemails that get answered on the phone line here. The voice messages on Instagram are different. The only voicemails I ever check are Denny's. That's it. That may change. Maybe I do like a voicemail segment, but for now, don't. You're wasting your time leaving it now. By the time I decide to ever do that, these will be old questions. Questions so far, I watch either way, but need help now. You got to be in the voicemail groups, MC. I wouldn't even know where to locate your voice message. I have so many people that call in a 20-second window here. I would never be able to identify it. Hey, Smitty, can I give you a call? I have a trade scenario I want to discuss. Again, Alex, I could open the phone line, but I can't guarantee you call in. DM me on Instagram and ask me to put you in the voice message group on IG, and that way you can leave me voice messages that I answer daily. JJ is too much for ETN, says Joe. Deonta Foreman value going down, absolutely. It plummeted last week. Mr. TD said JJ should be enough for ETN. That's correct. And I probably would, as much as I love ETN, I'm drafting JJ over ETN. ETN's in the 5 to 10, but JJ's in my top 4. I'll probably start Pollard this week over Khalil Herbert until we see what's up. You know what I mean? Alex, appreciate your super chat. I also have a text line, bro. Go to thefantasyfootballshow.com. And you can order my text line. But I will open the phone lines again. Let me just get through the super chats. I just can't guarantee. What I'm trying to say is the phone lines will be open, but I have zero way to know how to accept your specific call. Like zero ability. Prince, how do I call in? Should I trade Gabe Davis for JT? I'd rather have JT. The odds of JT bouncing back than Gabe, but I like Gabe Davis too. 6-3, 12-man PPR. Dak, Cousins, thanks again for the super chat, Prince. 12-man PPR, Dak, Cousins, JT, Mixon, Herbert, Rashad White, Eno, Kupp, Olave, Pittman, Palmer, Pickens, Pitts, Dulcich. Don't know what to do with JT. Was offered C. Patterson for JT. Hey guys, do you rather have JT or C. Patterson? Am I crazy to want C. Patterson over JT? I don't think I'm crazy for wanting that. I mean, bro, you'd be lucky to get JT scoring like C. Patterson, right? I mean, we got to take C. Patterson over JT. You have to. He looked phenomenal. He looks hungry. He's been rested. He's well rested. He doesn't have to roll through, 18 games. I really feel like maybe C. Patterson's the cheat code right now. I kind of want C. Patterson. Yeah, C-Pat, baby. C-Pat all day. C-Pat. No, it's not crazy. Patterson, JT, not close, says Prince. Welcome, Prince, is a JT owner. It's okay. It's okay, Prince. I'll keep JT still. C. Patterson for this year, Patterson. I can't believe. Like, hey, guys, how weird would it be if I could come to you and just wake you up in the middle of the night, just in August. Let's say I take a time machine back to like August 10. And I just kind of like nudge Mar or Mr. TD or Prince or D'Anthony or whoever. Okay? Caleb. And I just nudge you and psst, Caleb, Prince, psst. And you, Smitty, what are you doing in my room? And I just go, in week 10, you would trade. And JT's not out for the year or anything. He's probably coming back this week in week 10. You will trade JT for Cordero Patterson, who's been hurt the whole, he's been hurt all year, but he's coming back. He just came back. You're going to trade JT for Cordero. You tell me to get out of your room. You call the police. You hit the panic.
Alert. Alert.
Smitty's in my room.
Panic mode.
Mom, Smitty's in my room. Can you imagine how crazy you would think I was if I walked in to your room in the middle of the night and, psst, hey, Cordero Patterson's worth more than JT. Psst. $20 super chat on board. Is there? I don't think I missed one, did I? I got Daniel's super chat. Okay, do we have to super chat and call? Prince, I'm doing the best I can, man. We got 343 people in here at, 2:15 a.m. I'm trying to weed through the weeds, my guy. We have the phone lines open, and I take those in. We got super chats, and I'm looking at the chat constantly. I'm always monitoring the chat. I'm trying to talk with everybody. I'm trying to make this as interactive as a human being can possibly make it. And Prince, I think we're getting it done. We're getting it done. 6-3, 12-man, Dak Cousins, JT, Mixon. What are we doing here? JT. Oh, C. Patterson. That was what we were talking about. Yeah, I'd take C. Patterson, bro. It seems crazy, but I would do it. Diggs and Allen. Stack, should I chase? Owner got both. I don't know what this means, Rob. Diggs and Allen stack, should I chase? Owner got both. I don't know what I'm reading here. I would say Diggs, Allen stack, should I chase? Owner got both. What does this mean? What does this mean? We do need two Smitties. Thank you, Gary. Appreciate it. I'm going to put this over here, Rob, until you explain what we're talking about here, because I don't speak this language. But I will, Rob, come back to you as soon as I get clarification. Michael, 3-6. Try and trade Mixon for JT. Already got Jackson. Try and trade Mixon for JT. I don't think you'd have to try very hard. I think if you offered Mixon for JT, the person would just take it immediately. Don't trade Mixon for JT. Mixon can get you the world right now, bro. The world. The world. He wants to chase the stack. Diggs, Allen stack, should I chase? So he wants to get the Diggs and Allen stack. He's wanting to go down the rabbit hole. I still don't know what we're doing here. Diggs and Allen stack, should I chase? I don't know which one he has. I'm still unsure. You could spell it out for me. I'm still not going to get it. Jason likes when I'm confused. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate your support. Mixon for Diggs. Yeah, bro, you can't, Michael, you can't be trading Mixon for JT. You could get the world for Mixon right now, bro. You could go get like ETN and a big name wide receiver for Mixon and roll somebody in a trade. I have CMC, Eckler, Stevenson, Walker, C. Patterson. Who do I trade for? This guy would take him. You could trade Mixon to Reese and roll Reese, and get Walker and AJ Brown for Mixon. Go ahead and roll Reese. Sorry, Reese. I gotta pick sides at some point. I have Chase and AJ Brown, Palmer, Debo, 4 tight ends. I have Everett, likely. I like your team, bro. CMC, Eckler, Stevenson, Walker, Cordero Patterson. You have Chase, AJ Brown, Palmer, Debo. Like, what more do you want? Like, your running backs are phenomenal. Maybe I trade if I don't have Andrews. I'm trading, maybe C. Patterson or Stevenson for Andrews, and I keep the other running backs. Maybe I trade AJ Brown and C. Patterson for like a Cup or a JJ or you know, or if you don't, go get, like I said, go get Andrews using one of them, or maybe you get if you don't have an elite quarterback, you go get a Hurts or something like that. But there's nothing to do here. This is an absolute, you're playing in a 2-man league right here. Buying low on Allen Wright. Now, I would. I mean, is there risk involved? Sure. Absolutely. Is Rob here? Did Rob give any clarification on this? Did Rob give an answer key as to what language we're talking here? Should I buy low on the stack, Smitty? Come on. Diggs, Allen, stack. Should I chase? Owner got both. I get it now, but it didn't. Like, your explanation doesn't make me come back and go, oh! But Rob, I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I mean, I buy low. Sure. Why don't we just say that? Well, we got to code it. Is he in here? Yeah, Rob, is he in here? Okay, let's talk code. Hey, go dip the stack, bro. Yo, you know what I'm saying, y'all? Alan Diggs, you want to race? Dude. Yes, go buy low. There's risk involved. I can't be responsible. I can't be responsible if you go trade for Josh Allen and he ends up out for 4 months. I can't. But what I will tell you is that I take Diggs and Allen. But I need more details, Rob, because like I could tell you, yeah, go chase it, bro. But what's chasing mean? Does that mean, what are you giving up? You giving up Fields and Adams? You know, like for Diggs and Josh Allen? Like I would take Diggs and Josh Allen over Fields and Adams. Some might not. But like I need to know details, Rob. I need details. Chase it. Chase it till your heart's content. But I don't want to tell you to chase it at any cost because I don't know what you're considering to be reasonable. And I don't want you giving away your squad. Reese's team is phenomenal. Reese, what are you doing, bro? Four-man league. I was at the sports bar where they have the sheet. You get to pick every single player you want, no matter what. You just check the top 3 players you want at wide receiver. That's what Reese did. I don't think Reese is dealing in a real league. I got Josh Allen and Justin Herbert and Kareem Hunt. I got Josh Allen for Justin Herbert and Kareem Hunt. So you already got Allen? I could have swore Rob's question acted like he didn't have either. I'm still trying to figure out what language Rob's speaking here. Diggs and Allen stack. Should I chase? And Rob saying, I got Josh Allen for Herbert and Kareem Hunt. That's fantastic. Okay, but so you have Josh Allen already. You just need Diggs. Is that right? I mean, let's just say it. Let's come out. And, is he in here? Is the other owner in here? How do we communicate this? 2 weeks? 2 weeks with my left eye means that you should get Diggs and give up a bunch. And I got something in my eye, so this doesn't count. I think I just opened up my eye and something flew in it right when I did that. This is not a good example. This is not me telling you to trade away Diggs. He's on the chase. I like Jamar Chase. If that's what we're talking about, Jamar Chase. D-Hop, that's a good one too. I knew a guy touting a Herbo Keenan Allen stack. Who's that, Daniel? I've never been on that Keenan Allen train, so I know that's not me. $10 hauler.
To the moon.
My boy Roy. Patterson and Wilson on waivers. Cordero Patterson on waivers. The guy, the 1.1. The new 1.1. Psst, Roy, wake up. Psst, Roy, wake up. Patterson is the 1.1, and he's on waivers in week 10. Can you imagine, Roy, if you saw me in the middle of if I took a time machine right into your closet, bro, in the middle of the night, I walk out of your closet, bro, and I say, Roy, don't be alarmed, but Cordero Patterson is the 1.1. Why do we have only 109 thumbs up? There's 340 of you that have been in here for about 2 hours now, and no one's thought to punch the thumb up button for your boy Smitty. I'm literally driving myself into the ground here entering week 10. All I ask is for just a little help on the like button. Just push the like button for your boy Smitty. That's all I ask. Tell him about Najee. Psst, Roy, wake up. Smitty and his time machine. Ready? Time machine. Take me to... I got to create a time machine. Let me write this down. I'm going to write this idea down too. Time machine. Okay, we're going to take a time machine back to August 15, 2022. Into Roy's closet. Here we go. Here comes the ride. Roy, ready? Into Roy's closet we are. I open it up. Psst, Roy. Najee Harris is droppable in week 10. And there will be a few people that drop triple crying emojis about it. They're not ready to let go. But Roy, don't go near Najee Harris. He has a lead foot. A steel-toed shoe. All right. What am I doing here with Roy? Patterson's on waivers, Wilson on waivers. Should I try and grab one of them? Absolutely. You need to grab both of them, not one of them. Should I drop QB Fields? Drop QB Fields? What are we doing here, Roy? Psst, Roy. Fields will be a top 5 quarterback entering week 10. Don't drop him. Tell him about MT. Roy, by the way, MT's out of the league by week 10. Roy, I feel like I shouldn't need to get into a time machine to tell you not to drop Fields, bro. I feel like maybe you got in the time machine and it's week 9 for you. Maybe we cross paths, bro. Sometimes crossing streams is not a good idea. Have you ever watched Ghostbusters? You and I might have crossed streams on the way to see each other. Because, bro, you're living in week 9. There's no way you just ask me, should you drop Fields? You can get the world for Fields right now. Roy. Psst. Roy, wake up. I think you're in week 9. When you get to week 10 next week, don't drop Fields. What are we doing? What are we doing? Roy looks mad right now. I don't know if he went back in time. I don't remember this avatar looking this angry. I think he changed. I think he went back in time and changed this. This is a glitch because he's staring right at me. I'm feeling like he's not happy with me right now. Roy, are you here? Hopefully Roy's having a good time with this. I hope Roy's not upset at me. Roy, where are you at? Roy? Roy. Hey, Roy. He's not here. He's in week 9. He's not even here. He's in week 9. I forgot. Oh, well. Roy, when you see this, I appreciate your super chat. You don't know... Roy, you don't know me, but in a week you will, and I appreciate your super chat. Oh, Roy is here. Roy, welcome back. Yeah, should I drop Fields? No. Prescott, running back, Etienne, Stevenson, Walker, Zeke, Harris, wide receiver, Ayuk, bro. I don't know if you're a Niner fan. That could be why. That could be the disconnect here. Is you thinking that Ayuk's someone you want to hold on to over a Cordero Patterson? You go get Cordaly. Go get Cordero Patterson. Go get the Cordaly, the guy we call the Cordaly. Go get him and get him now. If you're a Niner fan, you love Jeff Wilson too. So I'm dropping one of your backup tight end, or Zeke. Maybe you drop Zeke. I'd be okay dropping Prescott if the quarterback pool is always deep, Roy. I know I should know the answer to that. I'm a time traveler, but I don't remember. But you need to pick up Cordero Patterson first, Jeff Wilson, get both of them. They're going to give you a lot of trade value. You could even if you cut Fields, you could trade for him using Cordero Patterson and Wilson. Cut Fields, pick up Cordero, then trade Cordero for Fields, straight up. Blow everyone's mind, Roy. Roy, appreciate you. I'm going to get him off screen. He's definitely staring me down. Roy, appreciate you, man. Thank you for your $10 hauler. I know why he's mad. I never gave him the
To the moon.
No, maybe I did give him the moonshot. Roy, can we give Roy a round of applause? This is kind of like at the comedy show when a participant in the audience is like participating, you know, and at the end we need to give him a round of applause. Roy, Roy, you did a fantastic job tonight. Appreciate you. It's my dude Roy. Roy's like he's like the new Baba Booey of the show. We might need a Roy button. Roy, you may have just become a legend. I think I'm going to make sure I write down Roy's name to keep him. Roy, would you like to participate in the Go Forward Time Machine bit? I'd like to know. Roy, please confirm. I kind of like Roy's role in this. I don't know if you want to be a character on the show or you want me to just let you kind of fade back into the background. It's up to you, Roy. But I kind of feel like Roy became legend tonight. Roy, do you want to be in this bit going forward, Roy? Psst. Do you have to pay $5 for our super chat to be answered? No, I'm trying to go as fast as I can, Prince. I think I already got did I get the Prince already? Yeah, I got the Prince's, didn't I get I got the Prince's a long time ago. Prince's was this one. Should I trade Gabe Davis for JT? I said JT. I'd rather have JT. Thank you, Prince. Sorry you had to wait, bro. I apologize. This one's from Malibu. Malaboy. Malabroski. This one's from Malabroski. $10 hauler.
To the moon.
Yeah. Does Roy want to be in? Is Roy in? Confirm. Nice. Thank you, Roy. Roy is now our time machine. Psst, Roy. I'm making a time machine. You guys think I'm kidding. I'm making a time machine. We're doing it live. Good old Roy. Tua, ETN, Lenny, JJ, Amari, Kelsey, Sutton, Monty, Foreman, Gus, Pickens, Gallup, Fields. Man, this is like other than ETN, Tua, Kelsey, and now Fields, this is like that all disappointment. And I mean, you got JJ too, but like Amari, Sutton, Monty, Foreman, Gus, a lot of disappointment going on here, and a lot of goodness at the same time. I feel like I'm getting hit on one side of my face, and like, nice little slapping on the other side of the face. It's like ETN and JJ and Kelsey's fire, just straight fire. You got to get rid of Lenny and Amari for one player. You got to get rid of Sutton and Monty, or Sutton and Lenny, or Sutton and Amari. There's too much goodness here to let it go fall to the wayside, to let Lenny screw you over in the coming weeks. I'm doing my best to get, I don't think you're going to be able to do it. Shoot for the moon. Just try and get rid of Lenny and Amari, or Lenny and Monty, or all three of them, and try and go after Dameon Pierce. Try and go after, shoot for the moon and try for Kenneth Walker. You're going to get the door slammed in your face, but that's okay. Like, even I would go after Cook using Lenny and Monty, or Lenny and Amari. Like, I'm doubting Cook, but he's a good gamble for someone like you. Swift. I'd even go after Swift for Lenny. I don't think you're getting anything else. Stevenson. Lenny for Stevenson, and then you throw in something like I've been naming. That's where I would probably take this team, bro. That would be really, really good. Make sure you pick up Rachaad White if I don't see him on here. Okay, Marshall. Okay, looking to upgrade Fournette with Brady in the trade to flex, or maybe Lenny and Fields in a trade. That's a good idea. Go to the QB needy teams and try and trade Lenny and Fields and Amari for one running back. I think if you include Fields and the team needs a quarterback, they may give you a Kamara, a Mixon, a Pierce, or a Kenny Walker. That's it, bro. That's the solution for you. The QB needy team will fix your problems. Mac, my boy Mac's back. This is a guy from earlier. Trade Josh Allen, Swift for Lamar, Higgins, Christian Kirk. No. I get what you're doing here. You're worried about Josh Allen, and I could be wrong, and you could be mad at me later, but I don't think I'm going to knee-jerk react on this one. I could be wrong. Trust your gut, because if Josh Allen's out 4 weeks, you're gonna wish you had made a trade, but I just don't know. Chat, am I wrong, chat? Is the chat taking this trade? Is the chat going to overreact and get rid of Josh Allen in this context? Are we doing this? Are we doing this live? Who's doing this? Am I off base here by not trading away Josh Allen? I just feel like I think everyone that overreacts could get burned. I mean, you could get burned by holding them, sure. Swift and Allen for Lamar, Higgins, and Christian Kirk. I just don't think Lamar and Higgins are. I'd rather let my team burn to the ground and whiff on this Josh Allen thing than to trade it all away and not win. Not high on Swift. I like the Lamar side. Wow. I'd take Lamar. Need to be more details. What's your record? Lamar side. I don't know. I don't like that side. I'm keeping Allen and Swift for Lamar, Higgins, Kirk. Hell no. Okay, so there's a lot of Allen votes are coming in now. Lamar can run. We know that, Evans. Didn't take a time machine to know that, but appreciate that little context there, Evans. Keep Allen. I'm keeping Allen. I'm keeping Allen. Allen is hurt. This is Evans. Evans is the Captain Obvious tonight. Evans, what do we look like? Do we look like a just some kind of mom and pop show? Do I look like I don't know what the news looks like? Evans is breaking news to me. Allen's hurt, by the way. I know, Evans. I appreciate you, though, Evans. Brofist. Josh Allen's side for sure. I'd do another trade, says MT. I'm not opposed to that. Got to keep Allen or get more. You see my super chat. Avi, I'm working down to it. I do see it. It's coming up. Keep Allen. He'll be fine. Evans is a good sport. Evans Brofist. I'm open to another trade, but yeah, I'm not doing that. I have Josh Allen. Evan says, no, I like your show. Thank you, Evan. Evans, I appreciate you. I have Josh Allen, Palmer, Rondell Moore, Olave, Chase, ETN, Swift, Pollard, Ramondre. Just traded Ramondre for Sun God. I think you probably overpaid because Sun God could be had very cheaply right now. People are very down on him. Stevenson's got more value. So I think it could work out for you. I really like St. Brown a lot. So I don't hate the trade. I just think you could have got more. I think you could have got more. But it doesn't mean I hate the trade. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, buddy boy. Woods, 4-5, got Mixon, AJ Dillon, Pollard as is my season over. You're 4-5, and you got Mixon, AJ Dillon, Pollard. Those are your top guys, though? I got Mixon, AJ Dillon, Pollard. I assume those are just your RBs. Woods, I'd have to have more context in this. Survey says, I don't know. Psst, Roy, does Woods end up winning? Roy's going to get back to me on that, Woods. Hang tight. Smitty, do trade McLaurin and Palmer for Olave? It seems like a lot. But I probably would rather have Olave. I sold Sun God on the high this morning. Yeah, I don't know how you sold him high, but what's high? Who is K9? That's Kenneth Walker, Toddy. Tater Toddy. Sorry, Tater Toddy, Teddy, whatever, same thing. Okay, Charles with a $4.99 hauler. 6-3, Brady Watson, Etienne Kamara, Ramondre Pollard, Rashad White, JJ Higgins. Very good team. My advice in general, I'm sure is what you're asking me here, Charles. I would say, upgrade Brady a little bit isn't a bad idea, but Etienne Kamara, Ramondre is very solid. JJ Higgins is very, very good. You have a very good squad. The only thing I'm even considering doing is upgrading Higgins using Judy, upgrading Higgins using Pollard, upgrading Higgins, maybe using Ramondre, depending on how big of a name you can get. I would trade Ramondre and Higgins for either an elite wide receiver. Adams was the guy last week. You could have probably got that. Now you can't. Or upgrade into a running back. Like you get a Kenneth Walker for Ramondre and Higgins. I would probably do that if it's me with your team. But you could also sitting tight is also not a bad idea for you. You've got the depth, and sometimes depth is nice. 10-man league, Avi, 4-5. Team two running backs and 2 wide receivers and 1 flex at tight end. Herbert, CMC, Saquon, Hill, St. Brown, Waller, flex can either be Tony or Patterson. Can either be Tony, Pollard, or Patterson. The answer is Patterson, bro. He's going nuts. Don't believe me. I went to the future and figured this out and came back to tell you. Patterson. I just need Herbert and St. Brown to step up. Take over, right? I mean, it's a good team. 4-5, you got to have people ball out, but your team's really, really good. CMC, Saquon, Hill, St. Brown. You shouldn't have any problems. With Cordero coming back, bro, get ready. Yeah, this is a team I would bet on. If you're like 1 game out, I'll bet on that team getting into the playoffs, and if you keep everybody healthy, you're gonna make a big splash. I like it. What's up, Smitty? How's life? Life's good. Thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate you. Gino Andrews for Tua Hawkinson. Probably rather have Tua and Hawkinson, to be honest with you. But it's very, very arguable if Andrews bounces back, but the fact that he's been banged up and he's got a bye week, and so Hawkinson and Tua is pretty solid. Trying to stack with Waddle. Also got likely available tight end on waivers is Bryant, Tampa Bay's tight ends, and Seattle's. I probably would go with Otten right now as a starter, but I still like Likely a lot. I do, but he's on a bye, so you can't use him. But I still like him a lot. I don't know that I'm cutting Likely. I think Likely still got a nice shot at being productive. Almost caught up on the super chats, and we'll hit the phone lines real quick. Trade Evans, Mixon for A.J. Brown, Kamara, Schultz. Evans, Mixon for A.J. Brown, Kamara, Schultz. I think it's very even. I think we'd ask the chat, they'd be 50-50 on it. I truly believe the chat would be 50-50 on it. Seems like it's getting a little wild. What's Arizona election looking like? Is there is it over? Is it a tie? Like, what's going on? I've been following it tonight. But it sounds like Arizona does get a little crazy here with this. The NFL, like what corruption? NFL, like they're gonna pull the Super Bowl from Arizona. There's rumors if the election doesn't go the right way. Like, I thought it was an election. I thought I thought everybody was free to vote the way they want. Basically saying if you vote one party or the other, the NFL could pull the Super Bowl. I could look this biggest amount of garbage I've ever heard in my life. I don't care what side wins. If the NFL, I don't care what side the NFL wants to take. I'm not here to pick a side, but like that's crazy. Okay, I thought we were supposed to have choice here. Like that's a big bunch of garbage by the NFL. If they really were going to pull from the there was rumors that if Kerry Lake won, that the NFL would potentially pull the Super Bowl. That is crazy. AJ over Evans, yeah. AJ Brown, Kamara side. I take the AJ Brown side. Punch the Kamara side. Yeah. I tend to agree. Trade Evans, Mixon for AJ Brown, Kamara. I agree. I think Kamara and Mixon are very close, and AJ Brown I like more than Evans. I agree with that assessment. Free and fair elections. Unless you don't vote the way we want, then we pull the Super Bowl. Garbage. Bunch of garbage. Ben. Trippin, Amari's ballin, and Deshaun and playoff schedule. Thanks, Ben. Appreciate your super chat. Appreciate your stance. It's okay. You can love Amari Cooper. I didn't say anything negative about Amari. I just said trade him. What's wrong with trading Amari? Yo, Smitty, would you trade Debo for Goddard? No, you need more on the Debo side. I'm not saying don't make a trade, but you need way more. Debo's a much higher value player than Goddard. You need to get a lot more. Yo, Smitty, would you trade Debo for? Oh, I just did that one. You need to get a lot more, bro. Dak, CMC, Higgins, Kamara, Debo. You got a good team though. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Don't freak out, bro. I mean, hit the waiver wire. Try and get another tight end in case Taysom doesn't feel comfortable go forward, which I could understand people freaking out. Yeah, I mean, trading Debo is one thing, but you got to get a good value. Are we still staying away from Kamara? No one's reporting on it, man. I mean, if another video leaks that's clearer, and again, it's not about this holding up in court. The video's clear. The version that was leaked was somebody's phone that was not clear. Everyone doesn't know what they're talking about when they say, yeah, the video's not clear, they're not going to hold up in court. It's not the case. It's just that the public opinion getting swayed by the blurry video is crazy. Okay, so Lane says I missed his super chat. Lane, let me find it. Hold on, Lane. Lane, appreciate you. I'm sorry about the wait on that one. Let's see. Team is Dak, Fields, running back ETN, Walker, Pierce, Walker. We got 2 Walkers. White, wide receiver, JJ, CD, Devontae, Andrews. I like it. I'd trade one of your duplicate copies of Walker, bro. Actually, strike that. You're starting Walker twice, baby. Can you imagine getting 2 Walkers out there? 2 Walkers and ETN, a Pierce. I love it. What can you do? Well, if we omit... If we omit one of the Walkers, do you think I trust Fields or trade for a QB? I trust Fields in this situation, bro. Everyone loves Fields. I mean, if you could trade him, I would upgrade him versus just trade him. Like, would I rather have Hurts? Yeah. And could you do that by giving away? I don't think you got anything in middle of the road. You've got ballers or nobody. Like, the depth isn't heavy, but you got JJ, CD, and Adams, which is fire. Walker, Pierce, fire. Do you have ETN? You're fire. No, roll. This team doesn't need anything, Lane. I'm sorry, but there's nothing to advise you here. You've got every player I really kind of want, other than CD, Lamb, who I love. But I mean, like I'd trade. I wouldn't want to trade anybody, but CD, I wouldn't mind upgrading. I love Andrews. But CD you can't upgrade because you got no one else to trade. And I don't mind him. Like, maybe CD and Pierce for like a top 3 or 4 overall player. Like, would I trade Pierce and CD for Cup? That's a lot to pay. But, like something like that I would entertain. But past that, man, I'd sit tight with that team. That team's balling. Traded Connor and Amon-Ra for Kamara. That's a home run. Even with the doubt around Kamara, that's a home run. For sure. 12-team standard, I have Fields, Mixon, Mondre, Hopkins, AJ, Kittle, Fournette, Goddard, Godwin. Need to move Lenny. Any thoughts? Lenny and Godwin together. And Lenny and Godwin could probably get you. You could try for Walker, probably won't get it. You could try for. Do you already have ETN? You could try for ETN. ETN or a Walker. A Kamara. A Joe Mix. You already get Mixon. A Damian Pierce. And heck, I mean, you already got. You could roll kind of risky with Ramondre as your running back too, and you could trade Fournette and Godwin for Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, obviously Diggs, Kupp, Jefferson. Obviously, you take any of those guys. Godwin and Fournette for maybe even. Who's your tight end? Goddard, you're good at tight end. Fields, yeah. Past the options I gave you, Godwin and Fournette for just a top 10 running back or a top 10 wide receiver. But be careful how low you go down that 10 area, because borderline 8, 9, 10, I may question doing that. So it kind of depends. But that's your move. There's no other move to make. I don't trade anything else from that team. Ryan, Josh Allen, Diggs, Etienne, Foreman, Palmer, Schultz, Rondell Moore, Rachaad White, 8-1. You're 8-1 for a reason, bro. Trade deadlines tomorrow. Waivers for a Jeff Wilson plus Terrace Marshall. Waiver for I put everything on Jeff Wilson. He's great trade bait, but your deadline's going to approach, and he's a great hold. Allen, Diggs, Etienne, Chase. I mean, you kind of need an RB2. I would be trying to move Palmer and Foreman, and you don't have a lot to work with after your big guns, man. It's, you've got your big three, and then it's like, I don't know that any of these players are going to be movable, and you got Chase on the this is your big four. Chase, Diggs, Etienne, Josh Allen. If Chase comes back after the bye week, you're going to be in really good shape, and you're 8-1. You can weather through that. Cordero Patterson. Try and trade Palmer and Foreman for Cordero. I don't think it's going to happen, but you could at least try. Miles Sanders, probably not going to get him. I mean, who else? JT, probably not getting JT for that. I'm just Wilson would be great. Pick up Wilson for sure. I don't know that you can get an RB for that package. Etienne, maybe Stevenson. Foreman and Palmer for Stevenson. Foreman and Palmer for C. Patterson. Foreman and Palmer for an injured Aaron Jones. I don't know what else you could do running back wise. I don't think you can. Jamar Chase for Pierce, or a Etienne, or a Walker, or a Mixon, or maybe a Dalvin Cook if you're worried about your RBs. But I think if Chase comes back and you're able to get Jeff Wilson, you're going to be fine. So that's a crazy scenario you're in, because you're banking on a shaky running back 2 situation, but your rest of your team's really good. Henry, for Diggs, and Cordero. Probably, if you need to make a move and you need 2 players, that move's okay with me. It's tough, but it's okay with me. Cordero's that good right now. Would you trade JT for Josh Jacobs? I would take Josh Jacobs in a heartbeat for JT right now, and then I'd try and flip Josh Jacobs. But JT's that, I don't think you could get more for Jacobs in a trade than you could JT, so that kind of guides you. Trade Sutton, Garrett Wilson, Swift for Higgins, Gabe Davis. Trade Sutton, Garrett Wilson, Swift for Higgins, Gabe Davis. I'd rather have the Garrett Wilson Swift side. Garrett Wilson can compete enough with Higgins. Or let's do Higgins and Swift. They're close enough to be yeah. Give me Swift. Give me the potential. Give me the potential of Swift with Garrett Wilson. I'm fine with that side. You could argue either side, but I think at the end of the day, I'm not passing on that opportunity of getting Swift. $5 hauler from Jared. Jared says, Cousins, Watson, Saquon, Etienne, Wilson Jr., Gibson, Andrews, likely Everett, Godwin, Amari, trying to pick up Garrett Wilson, any move 7 and 2. So Saquon, Etienne, Watson should be here in the nick of time for you. I mean, I'd love for you to have a better wide receiver. I'm trying to upgrade Amari. I'm trying to upgrade Godwin. Would I potentially, with Etienne and Saquon, I think you could use Wilson and Godwin for that one wide receiver. The Chase, the A.J. Brown, Godwin and Jeff Wilson for A.J. Brown, Jamar Chase, maybe Waddle, maybe Debo, Hopkins, Godwin and Jeff Wilson Jr. for those type of players. That's where I'm going. If not, maybe you can trade them. I don't know. Like St. Brown's a good buy low. DK's a good buy low. Those are targets to give you as well. Phone lines are open.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
All right, we're gonna do the phone lines for just a little bit longer. It is late. It is late. Appreciate everybody being in here. We're only gonna do a couple calls. A lot of you have been trying to call in. I get it. The phone lines, it's crazy. Like if you hear, I keep it on do not disturb so that you guys don't hear all of the phone calls call in. But let me show you an example of how many calls we get. And I turned it on so you can hear it. It's crazy. It's madness. It's madness how many dial-ins we get. What's the chat saying? Debo and Fournette for Chase and Ayuk. Debo and Fournette for Chase and Ayuk. I probably lean Debo. That's tough. Trying again. I missed your call. I'm sorry. What's up, Wood? The Wood. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Speedy? I wanted to lay out my team, what I have right now, and just get some advice and see if there's any moves I should try to make.
All right. I'm probably not going to marker board much right now because it's just it just slows down everything. So just hit me with a couple scenarios if you could. Otherwise, the phone lines just keep piling up and everybody can't get in. So hit me with something quick.
Well, all right. So I'll give you my running backs. I got Patterson, Walker, Pierce, and then I've got Aaron Jones on the bench, and I also have Dylan on the bench. Should I try to package a couple of those up and try to get a receiver or something? Well, actually, my quarterback right now is Herbert. Should I try to get a quarterback?
Herbert is your quarterback. I'm going to pause.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do this with you. I got a thing on screen. We're going to do a 20-second timer after you, so don't worry. You're in the clear. But name your running backs one more time.
Walker, Damian Pierce.
Walker, Pierce.
C. Patterson.
C-Pat.
And then on my bench, I got Aaron Jones and I got A.J. Dillon.
Walker, Pierce, C-Pat. Walker, Pierce. I kind of like C. Patterson or Pierce, if you can get a monster QB upgrade, but I kind of like the depth as well. And your wide receivers are one more time?
Waddle and Cup.
Waddle and who?
Cooper Kupp.
Okay. You're good. I don't know. What's the trade you're leaning toward?
Should I be worried about Herbert at this point and try to maybe get a quarterback? Maybe go for Allen or?
Yeah, can you buy low on Allen? Can you trade? That's the thing. Is
maybe Herbert and somebody. Should I do Herbert and then another player for Allen?
Yeah. What player are you thinking though? I don't know if I want you trading C. Patterson. I love C. Patterson right now. I almost rather bank on Herbert bouncing back and keeping Patterson than trade him away. Josh Allen's injured right now. So, you'd have to trick someone into... And you may be tricking yourself because he could be out for 4 weeks or he could be out in no time. But if you could trade Herbert and someone on the bench that you haven't told me yet or that I didn't hear you.
Well, Fields is on the waivers, and I'm number 2, so I'm hoping I can... In a few minutes, I'll know if I got Fields or not. So
yeah, I'd wait on that. Circle back tomorrow. Let's figure out some trades once you know what you're dealing with.
Okay.
All
right, I'll let you tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, someone said you have 14 likes. No, we got 150 likes, but we have 305 people in here, and we only have 150 likes. If there's any way we could get those numbers to match, those are rookie numbers. Okay, let's do the phone line. Let's do the phone line. I'm gonna hang up. What's up, bro? You've got 20 seconds. We're doing a hard cutoff and hang up. And it's just the segment we're doing. You have 20 seconds. Go.
So, it's me, Footy? Okay. All right, so how do you like this trade? I'll be really quick.
I hope you listened.
It's Lenny Lenny and Godwin for Ramadre and Zeke. How do you like that?
Lenny and Godwin for Ramondre and Zeke. And the phone's disconnecting. Appreciate you. You can listen offline. Lenny and Godwin for Ramondre and Zeke. Lenny and Godwin. Give me Ramondre, I guess. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I'll probably say Ramondre. What's the chat think? You're live on the show. You've got 20 seconds. Go.
No time. But if you could trade Herbert and someone on the bench that you haven't told me yet, or that I didn't hear you.
You got 13 seconds.
Fields is on the waivers, and I'm number 2.
You got 8 seconds.
To what?
You got 4 seconds.
To do what?
Circle back tomorrow.
to play the game. What are we doing here? You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. You've got 20 seconds. Go.
Better running back handcuff going forward, Dontrell Hilliard or Elijah Mitchell coming back from injury?
Neither. I suppose.
I have A.J. Dillon.
I suppose I'm going to roll with. I suppose I'm going to roll with Mitchell if I had to pick between those two.
Okay, and Tony or Hardman higher upside risk of
All right,
season?
your time's up. Tony Hardman, probably Hardman for now, but Tony could become that. Appreciate you. Okay, you got 20. Oh, this guy hung up. Okay. I like how the guy was like during his 20 seconds, like, for what? Hopefully he calls back. Play the game right. Uncle Slayer. Uh-oh. Anti-Slayer's got a problem with you, Uncle Slayer. He doesn't like this. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. You got 20 seconds. Go.
What's the chat think?
Hey, my team is in shambles. I've lost some guys. I'm not sure what to do.
Okay, you got 11 seconds. This is a rapid-fire question and answer. You got 8 seconds. What's your question?
Should I deal Jonathan Taylor or Gabe Davis or Curtis Samuel or sell them high, or should I keep them?
Okay, I'll answer offline. Appreciate you. Jonathan Taylor, I mean, you can't really sell Gabe Davis. You can't really sell Jonathan Taylor. You can't, sell Jonathan Taylor for what? I'd probably say you could sell Jonathan Taylor for, I don't even know what you could get at this point for JT. It would be like DK Metcalf, or you gotta really compromise Cordero Patterson, DK Metcalf. You'd be lucky to get Hopkins. You'd be lucky to get Swift at this point. You'd be lucky to get Stevenson. You'd be counting your blessings if you got Dameon Pierce or something like that. Andrew straight up is my recommend for you, my guy. All right, this segment always seems to bother people. Like, they get offended. Like, the rules are clear. You got 20 seconds. It's a rapid fire Q&A session for a reason. It's not meant to offend anybody. I'm not trying to hang up on anybody personally. People always get upset during the segment. They feel disrespected because I'm hanging up on them. But it's a 20-second Q&A, short little phone session. We don't do this all the time, but the rules are very clear. So nobody get upset and learn how to ask a question within your time. All right, you're live on the Fantasy Football Show. You have 20 seconds. Go.
Hello? Yeah, would you drop Montgomery for Jeff Wilson?
Yes. I would drop Montgomery for Jeff Wilson. Jeff Wilson's a starter. Montgomery's not. Home run. Smash.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Look at that guy. He was late. He got on the ball around 13 seconds, still had time to spare. That's how you deliver right there. Okay. It's amazing how many people get upset over this, though. You know, it's kind of strange, to be honest. We got. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show.
What's up, boss? Hey, look, I need running back depth, and I got T. Higgins. Let me know what you think I could do.
T. Higgins.
Or can I go look for
a Damian Pierce on down. So Damian Pierce, you got to try Dalvin Cook. You got to try DeAndre Swift if you're willing to take a little bit of a risk. Ramondre Stevenson. And then you start getting into, like, do you want to go to the Jonathan Taylor route? Do you want to go with Cordero Patterson for T. Higgins? That would be pretty good. And then you start getting into, like, dangerous territory past that. So if you need an RB, those are your names. I don't think you're getting Damian Pierce, but you could try. All right, man, later. All right, next up. This super chat here, if I can get Jacobs Debo for ETN, would you do that? Jacobs and Debo, yeah, I probably would. I hate getting rid of ETN, but that's a pretty nice package there. That'd be hard to say no. Like Jacobs, I would try and trade Jacobs, but what moves would you make? 5 and 4, full PPR, Hurts, ETN, Barkley, Diggs, AJ Brown, Evans. AJ Brown, Evans. Let's see. Full PPR. Hurts, ETN, Barkley, Diggs, AJ Brown, Evans. Let me answer this one after this call. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. You have 20 seconds. Roll.
Really quick again, Smitty. Fournette and Khalil Herbert for Zeke and Ramondre. Is that too much or too little?
Say it one more time.
Lenny and Khalil Herbert for Zeke and Ramondre. Is that too little or too much?
I mean, Lenny. I'd rather have Ramondre. I'd rather have Ramondre.
Okay, yeah, because I felt like the Godwin's too much. All right, thanks.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather you not get rid of God. Like when you said that, I was like, I hate that there's two players.
Yeah, no, I kind of just thought.
But Leonard Fournette, I don't, I don't want Leonard Fournette.
I'm trying to get rid of him.
Yeah, I'd be trying to get rid of him too.
Get rid of him.
Do you have Rashad White?
All right, thanks, Smitty.
Do you have Rashad White?
But yeah, I have White. I still have White. Yeah.
That makes it a little easier to trade.
Yeah, that's why I want to trade him off, and hopefully Rashad dips in.
Mm-hmm. All right, man.
All right, thanks, Smitty.
Later. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
You think, what should I do with Christian Kirk and Alan Lazard? And if I should trade them, who should I go for?
Christian Kirk, Alan Lazard. I don't know that you're getting much for either one, but like if you were trying to trade, both of them or either one, you could try and get Christian Kirk. I don't think you're getting any RBs for Christian Kirk, man. You're not getting Pattersons. You're not getting Miles Sanders. You're probably not even getting Najee Harris. If you wanted to go like risky at a running back, like I don't think you can get anything higher than those guys for Christian Kirk, which is a shame because he's pretty decent. He does well, but people aren't trading RBs for him. James Conner, maybe if you want to take a gamble on that, like maybe that's doable. Najee, Conner, give up something with him for Cordero. That's possible.
I appreciate it.
All right, bro. Later. You're live on the fantasy. Okay. Slayer says his wife thinks that it's too quick. 20 seconds. Well, it's hardball here right now. We're not messing around. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. You got 20 seconds. Go.
Hi. I wanted to know your thoughts on Amari Cooper when Deshaun Watson gets back.
Amari Cooper, I mean, honestly, he's playing well right now. You got to almost like wonder, does that change with a new quarterback, or does Watson, laser lock onto him? I think Cooper's a good enough receiver that he does find him right away. I don't think there's that big of a difference. It's not like where, it's an upgrade, right? It's got to be an upgrade. Watson's good. Watson can laser lock onto somebody. Look what he did with Hopkins. So I think he is better. I think he becomes I don't think he's a wide receiver 1. I know some people think he is, but I think he probably is more of a wide receiver 2. But he still could be a high-end wide receiver 2, as long as he stays healthy and Watson's not ultra rusty for weeks on end. All right, bro. Appreciate you.
All right. Sweet.
Yeah.
Thanks. Bye.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Amari. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. You got 20 seconds. Go. 20 seconds.
I'm trying to. What do you think of this trade? Tom Brady and Ramondre Stevenson for Geno and Josh Jacobs.
Tom Brady and Ramondre for who?
Geno Smith and Josh Jacobs.
You got to take the Jacobs side, if not just to flip Jacobs into even more, because that's a lot of trade value.
How about
I mean, I like Ramondre, but Brady's not blowing Geno away. You know, that if anything, some would say they'd rather have Geno.
I mean, I have another quarterback, so I don't really need Geno.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, so the side with Geno has Jacobs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're trying to acquire Ramondre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting Tom Brady and Stevenson.
Bro, Jacobs is better. You can get so much more for Jacobs. 2 weeks ago, you could have got a top 7 overall player because people were like, "Oh my God, Jacobs is the best ever." I still think he's way more valuable than Ramondre. Not that I don't mind Ramondre, but you need to be getting some crafty, man. You need to get like Ramondre and like CeeDee Lamb for Jacobs. You know, like what are you doing getting just one and then giving up more? Like no, you need to get way more.
How about Josh Allen and Jalen Waddle for Geno Smith and Justin Jefferson?
Josh Allen and Jalen Waddle. You'd be getting Josh Allen and Jalen Waddle, and you'd be giving away JJ and who? Geno?
And Geno.
Give me Josh Allen and Waddle. All right, bro. Appreciate you.
All right. Thank you.
You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. And just real quickly, hold on. Just for that caller just called, you got to know the risks involved with Josh Allen, though. There's risk involved. But I'm willing to take it at this moment in time. It could change tomorrow. All right, you're live. You got 20 seconds.
Yo, what up, man? It's me again. I was wondering, what do you think of Josh Jacobs right now? Sell or keep? And then also Noah Fant or Cade Otton?
Okay, appreciate you, man. I'm gonna say Josh Jacobs again, as I just said. Very, 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 very tradable right now. Still, even though you could have got tons more a week ago. And before I forget, Otton on the other question, but it's very arguable, Fant and Otton. But Jacobs needs to be looked at to be traded, but you need to trade proper. You need to get at least a Pearson, a wide receiver, or if you're going to go for an RB straight up, go get Etienne or Walker if you can, because it seems to me that some people think Jacobs, or at least a week or two ago they did, maybe they don't now anymore, that Jacobs is better than Etienne and Walker. And I thought that was crazy. And I'm taking Etienne or Walker straight up in a heartbeat. And part of me thinks you can get like a Stevenson and a big, decent wide receiver, low-end wide receiver 1, or a high-end wide receiver. I feel like you could get Stevenson and Hopkins for Josh Jacobs. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. You've got 20 seconds. Go.
All right, so Foreman is playing Atlanta, who he just put up 32 with 3 touchdowns against 2 weeks ago. Should I play him or Fournette this week?
Ugh.
Yeah.
I
got Mostert, too.
You need 40 seconds for this one. I'm resetting your timer.
Yeah.
Foreman or what does the chat think? Foreman or Fournette?
Fournette against Seattle, 28th run.
I'd probably go Foreman. But, bro, I don't think for the white. Yeah. Oh, God, James. I was about to read that, but yeah, James, that's funny. What does the chat think? I'm going Foreman. I'm not feeling great about either, but it feels like the momentum's getting closer and closer toward the Rachaad White season actually happening at some point. Best abilities available.
I was kind of leaning Lenny. Lenny had that little outburst this week too, and last time that happened, they let him go off after that. So,
well, trust your gut. Trust your gut, because I'm like I don't know. Start your studs. Matt says start your studs. That's great, Matt, but that doesn't apply to Fournette. Fournette's not a stud. But I think
hey, he is RB9.
Yeah, but he's on his way down. I'd probably go with Foreman if it's me. Chuba is back, but Chuba's going to get Yeah, I'm with Abreu. I'm neither, but if you got to go in this direction, I'd probably go Foreman. But trust your gut because, bro, I'm struggling. So clearly it's 50-50 to me. So if you listen to my 50,
appreciate you, man.
you listen to my 50-50 like wavering, and then your gut screaming Fournette, you're gonna be so mad. Like go with your gut because I'm just just making something up right now to please you.
Yeah, I'll go with the 50 instead of the 50, bro. No problem.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Later. I'll be honest with you when I'm on the fence, and I don't know. Fournette or Cook, probably Cook, or definitely Cook. Not probably Cook, definitely Cook. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. You got 20 seconds. Roll.
Hey, so my wide receivers suck. I had Curtis Samuel, Jacoby Myers, and Gabe Davis. Mike Williams got hurt. Should I trade Saquon, Jonathan Taylor, Josh Allen, or Mark Andrews for another receiver? Should I sell them a little bit for 2 pieces or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, but what can you get for JT right now? Can you steal a Hopkins away? Probably not, but would I try? Sure. Could you get a Mike Evans? Probably not, but I would try.
Or AJ Brown, I might try.
Oh man, we got the robot voice back. AJ Brown, I might try. It said, "Can you hear me?" Hey, speak for me.
Me.
Does it sound like a robot to you guys? I think the phone line's jacked up again. You sound like a robot. AJ Brown would be a great one for JT. I would try to trade JT and solve this problem using JT. Appreciate you, my man. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. You got 20 seconds. You got 15 seconds. Your time is up. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. You got 20 seconds. Roll.
Would you start Tua or Fields going forward, or are you going off the matchups per week?
Probably off matchups off those two guys because they're both capable of being the same player, and I think everyone's going to have a knee-jerk reaction to being like, it's got to be Fields. It has to be Fields. It doesn't have to be Fields. You know, I had a lot of people ask me Fields or Tua, and I said Tua in every case last week. I was wrong. But Tua still did good. And if Tua did that any other day, what he did on week number 9, you'd be playing happy. It's just Fields ran. Fields has to run for all those yards, bro, in order to outscore Tua. So it definitely needs to be a matchup that I like. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
All right. Appreciate you. I would start Tua sometimes and then start Fields other times. Fields looks great, but isn't guaranteed the running yards that everybody thinks he is every single week. He's not Mike Vick, but he looked very close at times. You're live. You have 20 seconds. Go.
Should I play Jeff Wilson or Tony Pollard this week?
Probably Jeff Wilson's safer with Zeke back. But that's totally arguable. And bro, if you called me up and said, I'm going Pollard, Smitty, I'm doing it, I'd be like, yeah, let's go. You know? So it's close, but give me Wilson.
Should I play Jeff Wilson or Tony Pollard this week?
You hear me, bro?
Probably Jeff Wilson's safer.
All right, man. Deuces. He's out. He's out. He hung up on his own. I didn't even need to disconnect the call. He was self-sufficient and cleaned up and emptied his own recycle bin. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. You've got 20 seconds to ask your question. Don't read off your team. You don't have time. Go. Goodbye. You're live. 20 seconds. Roll.
Is Pacheco droppable if you have Hilaire or no?
Who you picking up? Who you picking up?
I don't know. There's a bunch of people that slept on waivers.
Then no.
Thinking about dropping Pacheco.
I mean, when I have a name, I can say yes or no. But like, I'm not just gonna drop and roll with the ghost, man. Ghost ride.
Right. I'll go look at the waivers.
Yeah, come back. Come back when you got your documents prepared. All right. Come back.
All right, bye.
Come back when you're ready. Come correct. You got 20 seconds. Go. Live. You're live. 14 seconds.
I was just wondering which defense you think is the best one to have this week.
I need more information next time. Your 20 seconds is up. Don't be offended. Just call back and come correct. Come with the names, the players you're listing off. You're live. You got 20 seconds.
You're live. 14.
Okay. Are Algier and OBJ rosterable? Should I keep them or should I drop them?
For who?
And then
For who?
Just for Mooney. And then Rondale Moore versus Curtis Samuel this week.
Next time, your 20 seconds is up.
I hear myself.
Don't be offended.
Probably Rondale Moore, and I'd rather have Mooney. But who are the two you're going to drop again?
Algier and OBJ. I'm trying to pick up like 3 guys this week, maybe Titans defense, but Wilson Jr. is my first one, Mooney, and I'm trying to add in Njoku again. Debating between Kyle Pitts and Njoku.
I would drop
Titans
Odell.
too.
I'm not worried about Odell right now. By the time he gets going, I mean, I could be wrong. I'll eat my words if I'm wrong. But by the time he gets going, I don't know, bro. I'm not touching that yet. I'd much rather have Mooney than Odell.
Okay, is the Bucs defense worth keeping? Like rostering 2 defenses because the Bucs have more like playmakers and stuff.
I mean, bro, rostering 2 defenses is never easy. It comes with its cost, man. Pros and cons. There's no real answer here. You're letting go of guys like Rashad White and Mooney and Odell and gotta go. Call back if you have another. Appreciate you. Thank you, Surfing. Appreciate you. I think everyone's getting the hang of this. No one's getting offended. Oh, I still got a super chat I gotta get to here. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. You got 20 seconds. Roll.
It's your boy Munoz.
Munoz.
Hey, can I drop Isaiah Pacheco if Jalen Warren's on the wire?
Yeah, I'd probably rather have Jalen Warren right now. It's really close though. Jalen Warren for me.
All right, for sure. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Munoz. All right,
man.
Next up, you're live. You got 20 seconds. Go.
All right, Broncos, Giants, Titans. Which defense?
Broncos at the, let's see, week 10. Week 10. I've got week 11 on my mind. Okay, so Broncos at the Titans, and so what were the other teams?
Titans at the Broncos.
Okay, Broncos, Titans, Broncos. Those are the 2 defenses you're picking from?
Yeah, and Giants, but I don't even know who they're playing at the most second here.
Giants are playing the I'm blanking myself. Who are the Giants playing?
Houston.
Yeah, Houston.
Houston.
I know they had a good matchup. Yeah, I'd take the Giants. Giants at home.
All
Give me
right.
Dable. I'm banking on Dable, bro. They're playing tough. They're playing tough. I could see turnovers. This isn't good for Damian Pierce, though. I hate how I'm talking right now, but I'm feeling like the Giants are. I'm going Giants, bro. Pretty simple. All right, man. Appreciate you.
Yep. Thanks.
All right. How long we been live? 3 hours. Good God. What am I doing with my life? Super chat real quick. Let's see. Dad bod Warriors. What moves would you make? 5 and 4. Hurts, ETN, Barkley, Diggs, AJ Brown, Evans. Did I answer this one already? I don't think I did. I think this one ETN, Barkley. That's good. That's a good team. I don't think you can really make any trades. I think I'm probably gonna roll with what I got here. There isn't, unless you're gonna divide and conquer with Barkley or Diggs and get just the right deal. I think this is a let it ride team. I think you're gonna be coming around at just the right time. Everybody's gonna be firing on all cylinders. I really like this squad. That's a really good squad. Let it roll. Let it roll. Unless there's a divide and conquer move that is overwhelming, And I don't know that I'm even poking around for it. I think it just would have to come to my doorstep. All right, guys. I'm closing the phone line. Phone line's closed. Appreciate every single one of you. Let's see. We'll keep this countdown thing for later. Here are your bye weeks. Make sure you know your bye weeks. Baltimore, Bengals, Patriots. That means Ramondre's on a bye. That means the Jets are on a bye. So Garrett Wilson is on a bye. Everybody else doesn't really apply. Appreciate everybody. Your boy Smitty's going to go rest. Nice. This dude who works for me plays IDP 2. Swift and Boyd for Walker. Take Walker and smash it, Gary. Come on. Gary, that's light work, Gary. That's light work, bro. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm live Monday through Friday. I'm live whenever news breaks. I'm live whenever news breaks. That's what that says. I'm live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. That's what that says. And I'm also live Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday at midnight Eastern. That's what this show is right here. It's the Tuesday midnight show. And then I'm also live Sunday mornings and Sunday evenings. And during the Sunday mornings, that link that's pinned in the live chat is where you can get your YouTube exclusive membership with the green names. Everybody you see with the green names got that $1.99 a month. A measly $1.99. We still only have 160 thumbs up. I don't understand what's everyone doing here. The whole show, we've had 300-400 people in here, and we can't get more than 166 on the thumb up meter. Can we punch it, please? For your boy Smitty. Trade Waddle and Singletary for Fields and Jacobs. I would take Fields and Jacobs. Doesn't mean that I sit tight on Jacobs, though. I might want to shop him. I might shop Jacobs. All right, guys. I will see you all tomorrow. If news breaks, I'll be live before. I might do the Panic Chamber at some point. We might do the Panic Chamber live during this 7 p.m. show tomorrow. But I may do some trickling out of other videos as well. And we'll do some kind of live 8 to 12 minute video on the Dynasty channel. Also, before you guys go, can you please subscribe to the Dynasty channel? I'm going to drop that link real quick. We're going to be going hardcore on the Dynasty channel moving forward, and I want everybody here to subscribe. Greg is the newest YouTube exclusive member. Appreciate that, Greg. And then I'm going to pin this link right here. Please subscribe to the Dynasty channel right now, because I go live on the Dynasty channel maybe once a day going forward, and we're going to build that channel up. We want to get to 1,000 subs, then to 10,000, then to 20. Let's get it to rival this channel. Doesn't mean we're taking any Dynasty off this channel. The point of that channel is going to be 8 to 12 minute videos max. Just quick hitting 5 to 12 minute max. Quick hitting videos, Dynasty. That's it. So subscribe to the Dynasty channel. Do it live. I will see you all later. That link is pinned. Please go do it. Peace out. And I'll be live if there's news breaking tomorrow, but I'll be also, like I said, live, probably trickling out throughout the day, and then the 7 p.m. show. See you all. Thank you, Slayer. Appreciate you. The original Slayer. Thank you, Surfing. Appreciate you. Hit that like button on the way out, like Diggs. I guess that's Diggs. Like Diggs says. Thank you, Diggs. Everett or Waller? Give me Waller. Yeah, Rumble. We got to get back to Rumble too. We've kind of put that on the wayside for now, but it doesn't mean we're not doing it hardcore in the offseason or soon. It's just running out of time. Trade Adams and ETN for Barkley and AJB. Adams and ETN for Barkley and AJB. Adams and ETN. Probably, that's pretty even. I'd probably take Adams and ETN, but very, very close, Prodigy. Very, very, very close. All right, guys. Peace out. Appreciate you.
If you stop sending me these terrible fantasy football trade offers now, That will be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will tell the commissioner on you.